Clear. Voice Vastunda. Once check everyone. Once check. चलिए बढ़िया. Good. चलिए. Shall we start? Once give me a quick confirmation in Poranki. Is the video coming in Poranki campus? Here in Pamelaru, already I'm sitting. So if any problem will be there, I'll get to know. Coming? Okay. Chaliye bhai. So a few rules before starting the class. Number one, if in the batch internet issue will come, ठीक है भाई? Be patient. The class is getting recorded. So wherever you are getting stuck, that part of the video you will be able to see again. Clear, bhai? Because sometimes what happens, because I'm in Panamaluru, some people might come down and say, sir, this problem came, that problem came, which disturbs the flow of the class. If internet problem has come throughout the campus, so my internet will also stop. The class cannot be recorded in that case. Clear, bhai? So if any small issue is coming, some hiccups are coming in the internet in middle, sometimes it is not as big as you make it, and then you leave your class, you come here, then discussion start, the class completely become disturbed for at least 15-20 minutes, which is very precious time during the last few days of your preparation. So here class is getting recorded. So whatever you want to listen again, you will be able to listen. That video will be sent to your coordinators, to your vice principals, to your student in charges. They will show you that part of the video which you want to listen again, but only which part you have skipped as a batch due to internet problem. Clear, bhai? Rule number 2, you have to solve along with me and make formula list. You have to solve the question along with me so that something you are learning in the class, otherwise unnecessarily boring class it will become here. However interesting we keep it, sitting for 3 hours in a movie also without break is impossible for you people as human beings. So it's still class, an academic class is going on. Clear, bhai? We'll try to wind up as quickly as possible without going fast in the subject. But still it will take at least 2.5 hours roughly around that. So make sure during that time, whatever the questions are coming on the board, whatever you have learned, at least try to apply the logic. Practice along with me. Maybe something you will learn, maybe something correct answer will come, maybe wrong answer will also come, which is obviously going to be true for most of you. But eventually you'll be interested in the class, you will be engaged in the class. So those 2.5 hours you will learn actually something. Clear, bhaiya? Chaliye. So let's start. So the program is Go Fire. And as you know, in this program, we are going to see formulae and the information required for the repeated examples. So basically, I'm supposed to take the repeated examples, but I have taken the liberty of taking 2 examples from NCERT or theory point from NCERT, which are by this time not repeated in the NEET examination, but are very important for this year NEET examination according to me. So those 2 points I've included. Most of the other examples are repeated examples which are most probably going to hit in the examination. Maybe same model, maybe same question, or at least the same formula. Then bhaiya, our objective is simple. If there are going to be 45 questions in chemistry NEET examination, By the end of Go Fire examination, at least 35 questions should be predicted for you. Clear, bhai? Out of that 35, if you can retain around 30 questions also, 120 marks will be sustained. Go Fire program is not good, at least my class is not good for which people? Long-term people already getting 80 plus in chemistry. For you, whatever the time I'm going to take today is a waste of time for you. Whatever I'm going to say in 3 hours, if you're getting 80 plus in chemistry in the face examination on a consistent basis, clear, bhai? I'm assuming that 40 marks in track 1. If 40 marks are coming in track 1 out of 92, that means little around, we can say 50% marks. That means your subject listening is not a problem. You are lazy and you are not reading at all. And you need to do self-study in the last few days to get a seat, because 80 to 120 can easily reach by self-study. 2-3 days also you will properly study, note down the formulas by yourself. Clear, bhai? Easily the physical chemistry part will be completed. Understood, bhaiya? So this is majorly for senior inter students, because for them, outgoing senior inter, for them already one revision was over, but that was before IP. And practically speaking, after IP examination, most of the people become out of touch of the subject. Then one more revision got over, so your rhythm has not come. Clear, bhai? So for outgoing senior batch, that too not for those people who are getting close to 450 and above marks in total. Clear, bhai? So if your marks are lesser, if your maximum target is to get around 120, so that you secure a basic medical college seat of category A in AP and Telangana. Telangana to 100 is also enough. In AP, so around 120, 130 marks are required. For that, we are preparing in the Go Fire examination, because that is the most practical thing to do in the last 7-8 days. Clear, bhai? If 10 days of studies can get you 180 marks or 170 marks or 160 or even 150 marks in chemistry, then why the whole country is fool for teaching for 1 year? Then doing revisions here, especially in AP and Telangana regions, revisions are so much going on. Why we have to do this much effort to get 150 marks then? So, bhai, if anyone is saying things like this and making you fool, these are all gimmicks. Our job is to do the best we can in the last few days. Same thing we are doing, same thing you have to do. Clear, bhaiya? Our job is simple. We are going to, according to the history of the examination and our experience, we are going to generate a few set of questions, roughly around 80 to 90 or maybe around 100 questions total in chemistry in 3 different fire zones. Today is the fire zone 1 of physical chemistry, then inorganic will be there 2 days later, then 2 days later another organic will be there. Around 80 to 100 questions we will be able to hit. Out of that we are expecting 35 questions similar or same, or at least the same formula and information would be used, so that you are able to secure a decent seat. That is the last thing we can do from our side. Clear, bhaiya? So let's start. Go Fire. Yesterday was fire, today is wildfire. Chaliye bhai. Starting now. The first chapter we are going to see is stoichiometry. Twarga, write the heading stoichiometry in the notebook. Write the heading stoichiometry in the notebook. I will firstly give you formula list. And then one by one selected examples we are going to discuss. Clear, bhai? Stoichiometry, number 1. How to find moles. So moles is given mass by molar mass, given number by Avogadro number, and volume of a gas at STP by 22.4 liter, if this is in liter. These are the main formulas for finding the moles. And one more formula I can write here, molarity into volume. For this formula, I will tell you remaining formulas as well. But firstly, you should know the formula for moles. Given mass by molar mass, given number by Avogadro number, volume of a gas at shut up by 22.4 liter. Remember, this is only for gas and STP. Clear, bhai? Not at any other pressure and temperature condition, only at STP condition. That is, you can say 1 bar or 1 atm, and temperature should be 273 Kelvin, 273.15, that is 0 degrees Celsius. Then bhaiya, only for gases. Then for concentration terms, you have a concentration term called as molarity. This capital M, which is moles of. Now for me, A will be solvent and B will be solute. In all my formula, A will be solvent and B will be solute. तो molarity will be moles of solute by volume of solution in liters. Molarity. Then molality, small m. Make sure you write this formulas in your notebook, bhai. Moles of solute by weight of solvent in kg. That is molality. Then you have mole fraction. So mole fraction of B will be moles of B by total moles. That is A plus B, whatever is there. And then you have percentage. Weight by weight, or we can also call it mass percent, or simply percent. That is weight of solute by weight of solution into 100%. At least these formula you should be knowing before moving ahead. तो भैया moles is given mass by molar mass, number by Avogadro number, volume of a gas at STB by 22.4 liter, molarity into volume by, because molarity is moles of solute by volume of solution in liter. So moles of solute will be molarity into volume. This formula in a very good handwriting. देखो 2.5 hours, I will decide the speed of the class. You don't have to worry. Everything will complete more than what you can do in your 2.5 hours. 5 times of that efficiently, I will make you do the things. That is my job. Your job is to go along with my speed. I will be sometimes very slow also. I will give you enough time to note down also. Clear, bhai? So don't be in a rush. Don't try to go ahead. Clear, bhai? I will make sure things get completed by 2 to 3 hours, somewhere around between that only. Less than 3 hours only. Done, bhaiya. So it's my job. You don't have to worry about it. Right now, these formulas you might have written, and I'm assuming that. I'm assuming you might have written these formulas. Done, bhaiya. Now, for these easy questions, we'll be able to solve. To solve a difficult question, there is one question which is difficult otherwise, but I think being very important question, we can directly remember a formula for it. That is molarity interconversion. That means molarity is given to me, density is given to me, and molality they are asking. So in this question, they would have given me molarity, they would have given me density. Rho is the symbol of density. So what I will do, I will multiply. How to remember the formula? For finding molality, from molarity, I will multiply both of them by 1000, and molarity will come in the numerator side, 1000 by 1000 into m, and denominator 1000 into density. 1000 by 1000 into molarity upon 1000 by density. This much you will do. After that, in the denominator, you will subtract molarity into molar mass of solute. B stands for solute for us. This formula will be applicable for molarity interconversion. Method is also there. But in the final 6-7 days, if you know the method, good for you. You should be applying that only. Then mugging is not required. But in case we have come to this place that formulas, nothing done throughout the year, very bare minimum board level knowledge we have. From there, how to crack the NEET examination to get bare minimum seat in the medical college. For that, these formulas will work. So this is all about the stoichiometry you have to do in the present point of time. Twarga note down, one by one questions we will do, and we will apply these points, and then you will understand very easy it is to solve the questions of stoichiometry. Done, bhai? Noted? Chaliye, bahut badhiya. Moving on. Applying these formulas only. Moving on. Number 1, a compound containing 4% hydrogen, 24.27% carbon, 71.65% chlorine, molar mass given to you. What is the empirical formula and molecular formula? For empirical formula question, find moles. That's all. That's your whole job. Here they have given me percentage. And whenever percentage given, nothing mentioned, I told you that percentage will be percentage mass. Done, bhai? So what we will do? We will assume these are mass. 4% is 4 gram, 24% 24 gram, 71% 71 gram. Based upon that, we are going to find the empirical formula by finding the moles. So bhaiya, my carbon is 24.27 gram. If that is the percentage in mass, I am taking that as gram. My hydrogen is 4.07 gram and my chlorine is 71.65 gram. So you have written the mass of all the three atoms of this compound CHCl something. How to find moles? Sir, moles is given mass by molar mass. Sir, mass given mass by molar mass. What is the molar mass of carbon? This to sir from nursery we know 12 gram. Molar mass of hydrogen, sir from LKG we know 1 gram. And molar mass of chlorine, sir before birth only we have done this preparation, sir, chlorine to 35.5 gram. So roughly this will go 2 times. This will go nothing, 4 times only. This will go roughly 2 times. So you are getting C2H4Cl2. So if I put this in the simplest whole number ratio, so I can see here 2 can be cancelled here. So if I cancel 2, so I will get CH2Cl. This is my empirical formula. Check bhaiya, is this question clear everyone? Given mass by molar mass. Look, models can be different, formula would be same. Variety of models are possible. We are doing the most expected questions for this year NEET examination. Maybe the same data might also come if you are lucky, which obviously you would be. Some data will also match in today's class, I'm telling you. If you are very lucky, most of the data can also match. But understand the method, that is more important. Data matches, that is extra bonus. If data also match, good for you. But at least know the method. For empirical formula, what you will find? Moles. No need to do that big table, percentage, mass, then mole, then ratio. Do directly like this. Clear, bhai? The more you complicate the things, the more difficult they appear to be. Assuming that this question is clear to everyone, moving on. A solution is prepared by adding 2 gram of a substance A to 18 gram of water. 2 grams of A in 18 gram of water. So, bhai, water must be solvent. Sir, how do you know? Whatever is in more amount is the solvent. Whatever is in more amount is the solvent. You can write this chinna points by somewhere. Whatever is in more amount is the solvent. What they are asking, calculate the mass percent of the solute. And this formula we have seen that percent weight by weight is weight of solute by solution into 100. Now here the solute is A. Even though our formula we are writing B, but solute is A. What is the weight of solute? So the weight of solute is 2 gram. Solution. Ab here people do the mistake. They put 18 by mistake. Don't put 18. Solution means solute plus solvent total. So solute plus solvent 2 plus 18 into 100 bhai. So it is 2 by 20 into 100. Biliginda to katak 10% came na bhai. Check. Percent weight by weight. Weight of solute by weight of solution into 100. Done by. Next. There are 2 questions. Firstly, this one, that is the easy one. Calculate the molarity of NaOH in the solution prepared by dissolving its 4 gram in enough water to form 250 ml of the solution. Try this question by everyone. This question, that is 1.7. Molarity they are asking, that is moles of solute by volume of solution in liter. Bhai. Moles of solute. Read the question well now. Calculate the molarity of NaOH in the solution. That means NaOH is the solute. 4 gram of, by dissolving its 4 gram. So NaOH 4 gram. So I have weight of solute, that is weight of NaOH 4 gram. But in my formula, weight not there, moles are there. Remember formula well. If whatever I am giving you today, those formulas you are writing 5 to 6 times It will hardly take 15-20 minutes of your time after the class. Done, bhaiya? 2 times, 3 times you can write at least. Remember those formulas, from there most questions will click. So remember this formula also, moles of solute by volume of solution in liter. So weight of NaOH per gram. So moles of NaOH का वाली, तो given mass by molar mass, 4 gram by NaOH molar mass you can find. Everyone try. Sodium 23, oxygen 16, hydrogen 1. So 23 plus 16 plus 1. Twarga try how much molar mass coming bhai. (23 plus 16 plus 1) Na plus O plus H, NaOH. 40 K. Given mass by molar mass 4 by 40, 0.1 mole. Then 250 ml solution, but my volume of solution must be in liter. So my volume of solution is 250 ml. So I will put the value moles of solute 0.1 by volume is 250 ml. And to convert ml into liter, I will multiply the numerator with 1000. Over. This will go 4 times. 4 into 0.1 to 0.4 molar. Bolo iya, Chapandi. That's the answer. This was given data. This is the solution. Then bhaiya, our target is not to crack the tough and moderately tough question in the NEET exam. Our target is to sit comfortably in a medical college. And there we will start fresh. Whatever the blunders done in junior, senior, inter, that should not hamper our selection. That's our only job. Clear, bhai? So disaster to done. Now disaster management we are doing. So don't try to learn everything in the chapter in detail. It won't help you in the final few days. But whatever you learn should give you maximum possible marks. Viliginda? So don't be in the FOMO. Something will be missed. Whatever we are telling in the class, that much do properly today. Clear, bhai? Moving on. Now comes that heavy question for which we have seen a very heavy formula. Molality, molarity, interconversion. One more time, let me revise for you. In this question, 3 molar given. Molarity there, density there. Molarity and density both are there. So remember the way I asked you to remember the formula. Bhai, molarity multiply 1000. Are bhai, density multiply 1000 minus molarity into molar mass of solute. Clear, bhai? Putting the value. They are asking calculate molality of the solution. 1000 into what is the molarity given, sir? 3. By density is 1.25 gram per ml minus again molarity is 3 and molar mass of NaCl, Na 23, Cl 35.5. Before taking birth we know. So 58.5 will come here. This will be your molality. So this is 3000. 1250 minus 5, 3, 15, carry 1, 24, 25, carry 2, 5, 3, 15, 16, 17, 175.5. Do bhai, twarga do 1250 minus 175.5. And twarga tell what the answer is coming. 1250, just tell me what is the denominator. 1250 minus 175.5. Twarga tell how much is coming. Fast by 1250 minus 175.5. Because if you are struggling to get 100, 120 in chemistry, that means mathematics also, elementary mathematics is also fearful for you here. You fear elementary mathematics as well. Face it. What is the way use of learning the formulas when you can't apply that till the last step? So do that in the class, bhai. How much coming? 1250 minus 175.5. Harshini, one chinna mistake, I think. 1 is less. 2 answers came, both are wrong. Second answer, second time you answered is correct. So bilkul 1074.5 should have come. And when you divide this will give you 2.79 molar. Done, bhaiya? This is one heavy question where you will put the efforts, try to solve it one more time. Remaining questions are not that much difficult. Make sure this all you have to do in the stoichiometry. Before going to the next chapter, let me one more time revise the formulas that you have to see. These formulas you have to see. Moles is given, mass by molar mass, number by Avogadro number, volume of a gas at STP by 22.4 liter. Molarity is moles of solute. Don't mug up moles by volume. Oh, uncle, auntie. Moles of solute by volume of solution in liter. Solute, moles by solution volume, and that also liter. Molality is moles of solute by weight of solvent. In the denominator of molality, solvent undi. Solution ledu. Ikkada solution undi, ikkada solution undi, akkada solution undi. Ikkada solvent undi. Molality. Kinda. Clear, bhai? The only concentration term whose denominator is a solvent is molality. See, so cute. Molality. Molarity. Molality. Clear, bhai? So molality, solvent, denominator. Understood. Clear, bhai? Moving on. Next, we are going to start atomic structure. Now, one thing about the structure of atom chapter is that there are immense number of formulas here. So many formulas are there in the structure of atom, and each formula can result into one question. So in the final few days, we have to be highly selective of which formulas are we going to remember. Done, bhai? So number one, I will tell you about. It probably might take 2 slides. Acha, question will come maximum 2 or generally 1. So effort will be too much, but chemistry wise marks will not come. But advantage is there are 50% formulas in this chapter which are common with atoms in physics. So if here you are doing it, there also it will help you. So overall, 3 to 4 questions will come in the NEET examination from these formulas. That's why. Otherwise, I could have skipped this chapter for you. But I am trying to involve every single formula in this chapter as well, so that if not in chemistry, at least in physics also marks will come, na bhai. Finally, NEET exam marks required. Chemistry comes, physics comes, one thing only. Now, element is X. Kinda, atomic number. Paina, mass number. Mass number A is neutron plus proton. Atomic number is proton. Number of neutrons are A minus Z. Mass number minus atomic number, because mass is N plus P. Atomic number P only. So N plus P minus P. N plus P minus P. So chala high mathematics. Then mug up. Number of proton done, neutron done, electron. Electron is Z minus charge. Whatever charge, plus charge, put charge as it is. Minus charge is there, then Z minus minus. Clear, bhaiya? We will do questions upon that as well. So for example, you have N3 minus ion. Example I am giving you, N3 minus ion. His atomic number, nitrogen atomic number is 7. You should be knowing the atomic number by this time. So number of protons are 7. Let's say we have to find electrons in this. So electron will be Z minus charge. So 7 minus. Now charge is minus 3. So 7 minus minus 3. So 7 plus 3. So there are 10 electrons. This is going to be very important. This slide is going to be very important for periodic table as well. For isoelectronic species, radius comparison, very important model. For that, you have to firstly know that they are isoelectronic. And for that, you have to find electrons. Bhai. Chaliye. So number one, this thing. Done. If A same and Z different, it is called isobar. Very small things in this chapter are there. Easy also, very easy, but very small. But so many things are there, bhai. to remember. Then Z same, A different. Symbol generally we can say same. For hydrogen it's not same. Symbol is not same for hydrogen isotopes. These are isotopes. But symbols also sometimes they give same. These are isotopes, same Z, mass number different. So this you have to write in the notebook, bhai. Check. Here the example I can give you, argon 40, calcium 40. They both have 40 mass number. Atomic number obviously different. Different element have different atomic number. Here I can give the example of hydrogen, deuterium, tritium, chlorine 35, chlorine 37. I think this much everyone should be knowing, but nothing we can take for granted here. These questions also come in the NEET exam. Done. This is the first part of the chapter. Assuming you have noted down. Next you should remember C is equals to nu lambda. C is speed of light. In vacuum we can take 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Nu is frequency. Units are hertz, or which is also called as per second. Lambda is wavelength. Then you have nu bar. Nu bar is not a nu bar what you are thinking, bhai. It's a nu bar. No one told us. Oh, uncle ji, nu bar means this symbol. This is 1 by lambda. It's called wave number. Then bhaiya, sir, in the nu bar, if someone will go, so he will come out in a wave only, na? True, but that is not that nu bar, that wave. This wave is electromagnetic wave. Done, bhaiya? The same EM wave that you have in physics as well. Next, energy of a photon is h nu, that is hc by lambda. Here h is Planck's constant, 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. This is the value of Planck's constant, remember it. Nu is frequency, lambda is wavelength, same. Total energy in a photon, in the light, total energy is number of photon into energy of a photon. Number into energy, like one photon sc by lambda. So total photon energy will be nhc by lambda, or we can say nh nu, where n is the number of photons. Photons are not protons. Protons are different. Clear, bhai? That's a part of atom. Photons are in light. They are the energy packet of light. Anyway, so total energy will be nhc by lambda, that is nh nu, that is the total energy. This part is the second part of the chapter. As I was saying, this chapter is going to give you 1 to 2 questions only, but there are so many formulas. Only advantage is that all these things will come in physics as well. Done, bye. Next is Bohr. So Bohr model is for only one electron species, that is hydrogen, helium plus, lithium 2 plus, beryllium 3 plus, and so on. Only for hydrogen and hydrogen-like species, only one electron species Bohr model is applicable. The energy is minus 13.6 Z square by N square electron volt per atom. Units also check by electron volt per atom. Energy. Radius 0.529 N square by Z angstrom. That is 52.9 N square by Z picometer. Very interesting thing. Everyone teach this formula more. But when you open the NCERT previous year NEET question bank, you will realize that this is the formula which is actually required for NEET examination. Then in the exam, unnecessarily people have to convert angstrom into picometer. So from today only, make sure this formula is in NEET, because this formula is in NCERT. So this formula is better to remember, 52.9 N square by Z picometer. Today you can open NCERT and check, you will find it. Very interesting thing in NCERT, velocity formula is not given. But these formulas are also in the syllabus. Occasionally question can come. So 2.1618 10 to the power 6 Z by N meter per second, and very important, MVR, angular momentum, is NH upon how many pi? Say by NH upon 2 pi or 4 pi. Clear bhai? Twarga se 2 or 4 pi to there, 2 pi or 4 pi, 2 pi, 4 pi, 3 pi. Hey Harshini, I are one donkey. 2 pi or 4 pi? हाँ, clear भाई? 2 pi, clear भाई? So this was Bohr Chacha. Bohr Chacha is very famous in physics also, in chemistry also. And then we have finally de Broglie uncle. For de Broglie wavelength, it is h by p. P is momentum, that is h by mv. Linear momentum is mass into velocity, mv. That is h by root 2 mk, where k is the kinetic energy bhai. For electron, the formula is also there. You might have done in physics as well. 12.3 by root v. That is the voltage. Wavelength of electron is 150 by v, capital V, angstrom. That is 12.3 by root capital V, angstrom. Remember, this V is voltage, potential difference, and this V is velocity, chinna V. So this is de Broglie. We'll use this formula as well. And then you have Heisenberg's confused chacha. Heisenberg's uncertainty. I don't know exactly principle. Clear, bhai? This is delta P into delta X is more than equal to h by 4 pi. For simplicity, rather than more than equal to, you can also remember approximately equal as well for simple calculations. Then by, and h by 4 pi is 0.527 into 10 power minus 34. Remember this so that you don't have to calculate in the exam. H by 4 pi. See, easy to remember, 0.529. Remember 0.529 also, I have no problem. 527, 529, hardly any difference is there, bhai. So 0.529, just like radius you have mugged up na. Same to same 0.527 into 10 power minus 34 is h by 4 pi. This is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. In place of delta P, you can also write m delta V. This is uncertainty in the momentum, uncertainty in the position, uncertainty in the velocity. Delta symbol means uncertainty. Sometimes it also means error. So these are the formula for de Broglie and Heisenberg. So structure of atom, so many formula. I told you before going ahead only that this chapter is the only chapter in physical chemistry where the formula are immense in number, and on each formula one question is possible, and then also maximum 2 and minimum 1 question are going to come from this chapter only in chemistry. But because this whole thing is in physics as well, this part, that is why it is important you remember it here. Overall NEET examination 3 to 4 questions will click. Physics, chemistry combined. Last, this you are noting down here. Along with me, you are noting down this. That's the bare minimum assumption I am taking. Then you have quantum mechanical model. In that, n, that is shell number, can be 1, 2, 3, tuck, 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 that is shell number. L will be 0 to n minus 1. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tuck, 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 up to n minus 1. That is S, P, D, F, G, H. These are subshells. N is the shell number, L is the subshell number. M, minus L to plus L, including 0. and S will be the spin quantum number, S. Done by. Many questions can come from here, like which quantum number is not given by quantum mechanical Schrodinger model. So Schrodinger equation has not given you spin quantum number, NLM given. Then energy depend upon N and L, size depend upon N and L, shape depend upon L, and Kuncham M. So size, shape, energy they can ask you. So energy NL, size also NL, but shape depends upon majorly L. This also they can ask you important information in the fire by formula, information, and repeated examples. Information also important by in the quantum mechanical model. Then some formulas are there, not very big, but you should know, like angular momentum. Which angular momentum? Orbital angular momentum. That is root of L into L plus 1 h by 2 pi. L values are this. For S, L equal to 0. For P, L equal to 1. For D, L equal to 2. For F, L equal to 3. For G, L equal to 4. For H, L equal to 5. So, orbital angular momentum will be root of L into L plus 1 h by 2 pi. Number of orbitals is equals to n square for a shell. Clear, bhai? For a shell, number of orbitals are n square. Shell number square. Like fifth shell, 25. Seventh shell, 81. 49. Clear, bhai? Ninth shell, 81. So number of orbitals are n square for a given shell. Done, bhai? These formulas, bare minimum, you should remember. Done. So this was about the structure of atom formula list. One more time quickly we can see what we have seen. We have seen in 4 categories. Category number 1 was atomic number, mass number, isobar, isotopes, isotones, these kind of questions. In the NEET examination syllabus, isotope, isobars only mentioned. Number of electron, proton, neutron. Then we saw EM waves, formulas based upon electromagnetic waves. Then we saw Bohr model. Then we saw de Broglie and Heisenberg. And then finally we saw quantum mechanical model. These are the formula list. Give me a quick yes if the formula list you have noted down. Make sure make this formula list properly. Revise after the exam, after the class, after exam also. But make sure one more thing. Only this chapter is the chapter where too many formulas are there. Otherwise, these many formulas are not going to be there. Done by? So don't be afraid. Check. Clear up to here? Starting the question now. Question number 1. Number of electron, proton, neutron in a species are equal to. See, they are giving me number of electrons as 18. Number of protons 16. That is the atomic number. And number of neutrons 16. Ab yaar mass number will be neutron plus proton. So 16 plus 16. 32. Atomic number 16 is sulfur. This you should be knowing, by. There is no other way around. You have to know at least first 20 elements. So Z equal to 16, sulfur. So sulfur I got. Kinda, atomic number. Paina, mass number. Now charge there or not there? Simple. Number of electrons are Z minus charge, na? Getting? So number of electrons are 18. That is Z. Z is how much? 16 minus charge. So it's very obvious that charge is equals to 16 minus 18 minus 2. So charge is 2 minus. This is the symbol, perfect symbol of this ion, this species which they have mentioned. Check everyone. .1 problem number of this chapter was the easier version of the same question. So I've taken the tougher one compared to 2.1 and 2.2. This one was tougher. You can try 2.1 as well. You will realize that actually it's very easy to do. Just remember electron, proton, neutron formulas. Badhiya. Moving on. Calculate the energy of 1 mole of photon of radiation frequency given. So energy they are asking me total energy, that is n into h nu, because frequency giving me, so h nu I will use. Lambda they will give it, then sc by lambda I will use. Number of photon, sir, 1 mole. 1 mole from class 9th we know 6.022 10 to the power 23. Clear, bhai? That is 1 mole into h. Sir, h is 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 into frequency. Sir, frequency is 5 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. Clear, bhai? Because all the units are SI. This is joule second, this is per second, second cancel. This answer will come in joules. How much? 6.63 into 6 5s are 30. So 6.63 into 30. So you can take 3 to 9, 6 3 18, carry 1, 18 1 19, 19 8 9. Clear, bhai? To 198.9 into 10 to the power 23 plus 14, 37, 37 minus 34, 3. So this is 198.9 kilojoule per mole. Sir, why per mole? Arre bhaiya, for 1 mole only I found, na? I found for 1 mole, so per mole. Check bhaiya this question, everyone. Don't be afraid of calculations, do the calculations. They appear difficult, but once you start doing it, answers come, they obviously come. Clear, bhai? Done. Check. Next देखिए भैया, a 100 watt bulb emits monochromatic light of wavelength 400 nanometer. Calculate the number of photons emitted per second by the bulb. Same model is there, same formula is there, but power given. Power is 100 watt. That is 100 joule per second. Then bhaiya, 100 joule per second, 100 watt. What they are saying, calculate the number of photons emitted per second by the bulb. So bhai, energy total is n into, this time lambda given, hc by lambda. 400 nanometer is lambda. Total energy, they are asking per second. Per second, how much energy is given to us? 100 joule. So total energy I will put here 100 joule. Number of photons they are asking me. H will be around 6.63, 10 power minus 34. C, everyone should be remembering now, speed of light in vacuum divided by lambda 400. देखो nanometer, nano 9. अच्छा, nano was a चिन्नाकार, remember Tata Nano, चिन्नाकार पिद्दाकार, nano सर चिन्ना, तो 9 but चिन्ना 9 means minus 9, तो 10 power minus 9 meter, nanometer. Done भैया. See, so simple calculation. 6.63 into 3 we have done already here. Clear bhai? So this will come 19.89. अब यार 19.89 roughly 20 I can say. 19.89, 20 approximately. 400 I can take as 4 into 10 to the power minus 9. He will eat 2 zeros, will become minus 7. These 2 zeros I gave him, you eat bhai, you are too much negative, little zeros you can take. So this will go 5 times. So number of photons are 100, here 100 na, 100 by 5 into 10 to the power minus 7 paina, and minus 34 kinda will come. So this will go 5 to the 10, 0, 20 into 10 to the power minus 34 will go up, plus 34, 34 minus 7. Clear bhai? Plus 34 minus 7. Check bhaiya. Any problem, samasya, pida? Check. So this is very big question. हाँ. So what you thought? क्या nursery entrance examination we are preparing क्या? 10 power minus. हाँ, sorry, 8 is also there ना? 10 power 8 I missed. So that 8 also in the denominator you can send. So here minus 8 will also come. So 34 minus 50. बिल्कुल डन भैया. अब यार क्वेश्चंस दिस मच तो bare minimum are going to come in the examinations. You have to be prepared for it. See, doing less does not mean that nothing you will do and then also selection will come. But lesser efforts than remaining people, bhaiya, we have to put. Prasad, I saw your message and I ignored it. One more time the message will come. I'll throw you out of the meeting. Clear, bhai? So let me do my job. You have not done your job throughout the year. It's your problem. Chaliye bhaiya, clear up to here? Check everyone. In this model, in this question, any problem is there? Twarga say, in this model, in this question, any problem is there? Energy, total energy is NSC by lambda. N is number of photon. We have to find that. Energy was 100 joule per second. What is joule per second? They were asking me number of photon per second. So per second energy I put here, NHC by lambda. Calculations also I am doing so that in case you are feeling problematic in calculation, understand, problem will not solve itself. You have to solve it. Practice kar le uncle, auntie. 10 days later, all this efforts you are putting will give you so good of a result that this will all seem so small in front of the great success you will get by. So don't run away from the basic hard work. Yeah? That's the laziness that you people are putting right now. Whole life you will have to regret. If you are mathematically properly challenged, bilkul sa brain does not work, that's different. But if you are just lazy, you are feeling who will do this much calculation? Auntie ji, future doctors will do. You want to be one? Do it right now. Whole life now, while cutting the vegetable, you have to tell your kids, ki yaar, I was also good in the subject, just that I distracted in the senior inter. Whole life now, every day you will remember these times. Focus properly. Understood the idea, bhai? Either extreme respect 10 days later or zero respect 10 days later. Nothing in the middle. So make sure be in the right side of this game. Chaliye bhaiya, moving on. Now, the threshold frequency nu naught for a metal is 7 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. Calculate the kinetic energy of an electron emitted when radiation of frequency this hits the metal. Now, this is photoelectric effect. Yesterday also sir would have told you about this. So just I am taking that only. E minus W naught equal to kinetic energy maximum. That's the formula sir would have said. Energy is H nu. Just now we have seen. Threshold energy H nu naught and kinetic energy K. Threshold frequency for a metal is given this much. Calculate the kinetic energy when radiation of frequency this much hits the metal. So this is the frequency of the light. So H into 10 to the power 15 they have given me. See, 10 power 15. 1 into 10 power 15 means 10 power 15. Minus H into nu naught is 7 into 10 to the power 14. And they are asking me kinetic energy. Simple question. Taking H common. 10 power 15. Can I say 10? See, 10 power 15. Powers also can be a problem to solve in the final few days for some of you who wasted their 2 years. For that, what to do? 10 power 15. Think this 10 has 15 zeros. This 10 has, let's say, 15 zeros. 1 zero I am taking from him. Ki, bhaiya, please give me 1 zero. So that the zero become 14. Here also 14. Minus 7 into 10 power 14 equal to K. You can never subtract the power of 10 without making it equal. Once the power become equal, take it out. H into 10 power 14 common. 10 minus 7 left equal to K. 10 minus 7 is 3. Now putting the value of H. 6.63. 10 power 14 into 3 is K. And 6.63 into 3, so we have solved already na bhai. 19.89. Are you realizing that 6.63 into 3 calculation, this question of solved example NCERT, here in the solved example of NCERT, and here in the solved example of NCERT, bhai sahab, Even mathematics get repeated, even maths get repeated in the NEET examination, bhaiya. Not at the macro level, but at the micro level. If you are practicing again and 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 again, who will not remember 6.63 into 3? So people who say their math is weak, it is weak because you don't want to work. Don't make your parents the fool. Ki say, Papa, I'm working, Mama, I'm working too much, marks are not coming. Please. Today they will not know, 5 years later they will know, 10 years later they will know. When they will see people around you becoming much more successful with much less effort, then they will realize it was not difficult. You just sounded it, you just made it sound difficult. Don't make the people who love you the most the biggest fool. Please. Actually work. Clear, bhai? You don't have to do some tremendous work to crack this examination. Just whatever is there in the NCERT, at least whatever we are teaching right now, they are 100% focus. Practice that properly right now, 6.63 into 3. See, again and again it will click. This is the photoelectric effect question. E minus W naught is K max, H nu minus H nu naught is K, same formula. Putting the value of nu. One more thing which I taught you, how to subtract different powers of 10. Make them same, then subtract by taking it common. Done by, obviously done. Calculate the energy associated with the first orbit of He plus. And what is the radius of this orbit? So here He plus Z equal to 2, and they are talking about first orbit. So shell number 1, see, n have different meaning in different formulas. Somewhere n become the moles, somewhere n become the number of photon, somewhere n become the shell number, principal quantum number. Done by. So when you remember the formula, also put a little extra effort to remember what's the n in each formula. Talking about energy, so energy is minus 13.6 Z square by n square electron volt per atom. Putting the value Z square helium, n square, so it is minus 54.4 electron volt per atom. And they are also asking radius 0.529. In that place I am taking 52.9 picometer, NCERT formula. N square by Z picometer. So 52.9 n square, n shell number, 1 square by Z, Z is 2. Angstrom, picometer. So how much is this coming? 2 2s are 4, 2 6s are 12, 2 4s are 8 picometer. 26.45 picometer. Check this question. Try to do it yourself, bhaiya, right now. Try to do calculations. Don't run away from the bare minimum. Hard work and success will come to your door and invite you, bhaiya, please dance. Result came. On the NEET examination day, result na bhai, when the result comes, some houses, if you enter, it feels like someone have just died. That kind of feeling also is there sometimes in the house. And I've seen that. And that feeling is because someone's dreams permanently die on that day. You are still 11 days away from that day. You can change everything entirely, bhai sahab. If you want really to work, we are telling you where to work, how much to work, and how to work. Just work, bhai, without thinking, sir, this much I am trying to do. Ye drame baji na auntie. 26 lakh people are writing. If you are going to come to teacher and say, sir, I am trying to do, to bhaiya trying chhod de. Go home. Because this sympathy game can be there in the beginning of the junior inter or beginning of senior inter. Last 10 days, a countdown going on. In that also, I am trying, sir, sir, sleep coming, sir. Ek to sleep only is not able to go. Wake up half an hour early, do little exercise, have a disciplined life. Understood, bhai? But work without any excuses. Ye excuses like this should not be given to any teacher, any parents. Last 11 days, so no excuse, bhaiya, no excuse policy. Then bhai, bilkul zero excuses, just groundwork. If you think you are not able to do, work harder. You feel you are feeling lazy, stand up and read. Clear, bhai? Don't take the support of the back while sitting in the benches, on the benches. Do whatever it takes for cracking this examination in one attempt only, bhai sahab. Never ever you should be regretting for not studying the next 10-11 days. That's our only job. Result will automatically come, bhai. What will be the wavelength of a ball of mass 0.1 kg moving with a velocity of this much? Now, wavelength of a ball, wavelength of every object was given by de Broglie Chacha. De Broglie Chacha gave you lambda is equals to h by mv. Remember? H by mv, formula list, just now you made. Now h 6.63, 10 power minus 34. Mass of ball 0.1 kg, SI unit, no problem at all. This is joule second. And velocity 10 meter per second. See, so beautiful, so elegant, so beautiful. Just looking like a cow. Sorry, wow. This is negligible. So for macroscopic objects, big objects, Pidda objects, de Broglie wavelength is of little or no use, because very less wavelength will come, that is negligible, no need to measure that. Simple question. Lambda is h by mv, this is the mass, this is the velocity, everything is in SI, we put answer K. A microscope using suitable photons is employed to locate an electron in an atom within a distance of 0.1 angstrom. So within a distance of 0.1 angstrom, what is the uncertainty involved in the measurement of its velocity? So bhaiya, uncertainty, so I know this is Heisenberg Chacha. They are asking delta V. For that I need delta X. Delta X is uncertainty in the position, units of length. Units of length. This is the unit of length, 0.1 angstrom. So putting, this is for electron in an atom. So mass of electron we know, you know, mass of electron, 9.1 10 power minus 31 kg. Delta V we have to find delta X is 0.1 angstrom. In angstrom na, on A, 1 0 is there. So remember power 10 power minus 10, chinna 0. Nano, chinna 9, nano. Angstrom minus 10 power is approximately, remember, 0.527, 10 power minus 34. Remember, bhai? So putting the value, delta V is equals to 0.527, 10 power minus 34 by 9.1 10 power minus 31 into 0.1 10 power minus 10, that is 10 power minus 11, I can say. Done. Solve it. Simple question. So 0.527 by 9 into 10 power minus 34 plus 31 plus 11. Done, bhaiya. Very high value will come, because 10 power minus 34 plus 31 will be minus 3. Minus 3 plus 11, 8 plus 8. Then by some zeros, if you want, you can borrow. Then also power 6 will be left. So 52.7 by 9. Around 6 into 10 to the power 6. Somewhere around that, delta V will come. Achha, also remember one more thing. If delta X will be almost 0, then delta P will be almost infinity. So lesser delta X, more delta P, and vice versa. Vice versa means opposite is also true. Next, what is the total number of orbitals associated with the principal quantum number 3? Total number of orbitals are n square. So 3 square means 9. All these lengthy calculations are not for us. Directly, n equal to 3. Number of orbital is n square. 3 square, 9. Very important question. And last, you have to predict what is the subshell orbital they are talking about. So n equal to 2, L equal to 1. So n equal to 2, L equal to 1. So 2 means 2 only. L equal to 1 we know. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, S, P, D, F, G. So L equal to 1 means P. So 2P. Similarly, I am taking randomly anyone else. N equal to 5, L equal to 3. N equal to 5, L equal to 3. So 5 is 5, L equal to 3, 3 is F. So practice writing this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 SP D F G. Clear, bhai? And this is the assertion reasoning question for this year that might come. देखो भाई, not a repeated question, but can be a this year NEET examination question. Assertion is energy of 2s for hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium is in the decreasing order. And the reason, see, reason, energies of the orbitals in the same subshell decreases with increase in the atomic number. That's the reason. Energy of electrons, energy of orbitals in same subshell decreases with increasing Z effective. This is assertion true, reason true, explanation correct. Write this, remember it, mug it up and move on. Make sure this information can be a very important question for this year. This can be a rank deciding question also by. Even topper batches also, if anyone is there, they should be focusing upon this question a lot for this year. This is your structure of atom. Check bhai. Done. Now, before starting thermodynamics, knowing your patience level, 5 minutes break, twarga, go to washroom, go to drink water, any chit chatting has to be done, do that. It's, my watch stopped working, 8:36 it is. So 8:41, we are going to start. Try to be in the class by 8:40. ठीक है भाई? चलिए, त्वरगा रन, त्वरगा कम बैक. हाँ जी भैया, गुड मॉर्निंग अगेन। तो रेडी फॉर द पार्ट 2? चलिए भाई, so next we have thermodynamics. In this once revised the intensive extensive property, path function, state function examples, I'm starting with the first law of thermodynamics. First law, that is energy conservation law, is delta U is equals to Q plus W. Delta U is the change in the internal energy, Q is the heat transfer, W is the work done. Now, when delta U can be 0, for isothermal condition, constant temperature condition, delta U will become 0. For adiabatic condition, if you ever see a word adiabatic condition, heat transfer will be 0. And there are two conditions where the work done can be 0. Work done can be 0 for isochoric process, constant volume by volume not changing for the gas. In that case, and there is something called as free expansion. Free expansion is expanding against vacuum. Expansion against vacuum. What is vacuum? Sir, vacuum means nothing. Vacuum means nothing. So when you are expanding against nothing, you are not doing any work. You are just expanding automatically. So in these two cases, the work done will be 0. So one thing to bhaiya, from here direct questions you might get. Like I remember in last to last phase exam for the long term people, this question also came, or I think last phase only, last to last. For isothermal condition, a gas is expanded from 2 liter to 10 liter, tuck, 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 tuck. Find the change in the internal energy. Isothermal given, ideal gas, change in the internal energy will be 0. Delta H also 0 for ideal gas, but at least this much you should know. Now, apart from this, which formulas you should know bhaiya properly? You should know delta U. Chalo, delta U formula, that much they will not use. Work done formula we can see. Minus P external delta V. This can be used for isobaric condition and irreversible isothermal condition. Isobaric, same pressure, constant pressure, and irreversible isothermal. For this, the work done will be minus P external delta V. Then minus 2.303 nRT log V2 by V1 or P1 by P2. This is for reversible isothermal, this formula bhaiya. Done by. So if you take adiabatic condition, adiabatic means Q equal to 0. By adiabatic means Q equal to 0. So delta U is W. So delta U is work done for adiabatic. This information. For adiabatic change, Q equal to 0, delta U is W adiabatic. So adiabatic work done is change in the internal energy. This is the formulas we should know from the first law of thermodynamics. Twarga, note down. Badhiya. Then, continuing with the formula list, for the second law, entropy questions, you should know that entropy, that is proportional to randomness. That is not equal to randomness actually, but it is proportional to randomness. It is a measure of randomness. That means more the randomness, more will be the entropy. So entropy is proportional to temperature directly, proportional to number of moles directly. Entropy for solid is much less than liquid is less than gas. Gas has maximum entropy. State, basically, state of matter. Entropy is proportional to volume also. More the volume, more the entropy. One point here, entropy proportional to temperature. Entropy proportional to temperature directly, but change in entropy is proportional to temperature inversely. This is not entropy, this is change in entropy. So remember this thing bhaiya properly, separately in the brain. Entropy proportional to temperature, moles, volume. Done by. But change in entropy proportional to temperature inversely. This is very, very important point. People mix entropy and entropy change sometimes bhai. So this you should know about the entropy. Then delta G naught is minus 2.303 RT log K. Delta G naught is standard Gibbs free energy change, and K is called as equilibrium constant. I think this much everyone should be knowing. And delta G is delta H minus T delta S. These are the formulas required majorly for solving second law, first law questions. Done. Let's start some questions. In the middle, 1, 2 thermochemistry questions are also there, but that are information based. Focusing upon this one first. Bomb calorimeter also one direct formula is there, but those are for a specific model. So that I will discuss there only. Question number 1, 2 liter of an ideal gas. See, it's a 5-6 line questions. 5-6 line question it is. But let's see how the question actually is, easy, moderate or tough. 2 liter of an ideal gas at a pressure of 10 atm expands isothermally. Isothermal, number 1. So delta U 0. At 25 degrees Celsius into a vacuum. Expanding into vacuum. Expanding into vacuum means work done also 0. Until the total volume 10 liter. How much heat is absorbed and how much work is done? Bhaiya, work done to 0. Work done 0. I came to know isothermal condition, so delta U 0, isothermal mentioned, and it is also free expansion. Expansion against vacuum, so work done also 0. So I know that delta U is Q plus W, delta U 0, W 0, so Q will also be 0 only na uncle. See, 5-6 line question, but direct answer will come. Then by solved example 5.3. 5.1 solved example is based upon system surrounding, easy example it is, open system, closed system. Consider the same expansion, but this time against a constant external pressure of 1 atm. Now, you are expanding against a constant external pressure. By constant external pressure, whenever they mention constant external pressure, I will take my formula of work done as minus P external delta V. In my formula, directly external pressure there na bhai. So when constant external pressure is there, P given to me, why will I not use it? So minus P. P is 1 atm. Units are very important. Put atm also. Don't forget to use atm here. Done by. Delta V, change in volume. We have to read the above question to see the change in volume. 2 liter becoming 10 liter. So the change in volume will be 10 minus 2. Liter. Liter. Unit. 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 Chala important bhai. So minus 8 liter ATM. Minus 8 liter ATM. I am converting into joules. Sir, how? Liter ATM to joules is by multiplying with 101.3, around 100 you will multiply. So roughly minus 800 joules will come. Check this question bhaiya, minus P external delta V. In physics the same answer will come plus 800 joules. That much you might have done, or maybe you will do tomorrow. Check bhaiya, so work done minus P delta V minus P external delta V. So minus 1 ATM liter. Don't put joules directly like an idiot bhaiya. Only this much you have to do bhai to get into medical college. This step is very important here. This step you are doing properly, no one can stop you entering into the medical college bhai sahab. Don't do this blunder of missing chinna things while doing the questions. Next, this is the bomb calorimeter question of NCERT. 1 gram of graphite is burnt in the bomb calorimeter in excess of oxygen at 298 Kelvin some reaction given to you. Temperature rises from 298 to 299 Kelvin. Heat capacity of the bomb calorimeter is given to you. What is the enthalpy change for the above reaction? Now, question is difficult, but for those people who are not in Goshalite, take bhai, for us the question is pretty easy. Whenever they give a question of bomb calorimeter, so I will find delta U of bomb calorimeter. Delta U of bomb calorimeter will be minus Ct delta T by moles of reactant. So minus Ct delta T by moles of reactant, apply, delta U will automatically come. So if they are asking me delta H, then if they are asking you delta H, then also find delta U only. And after that you can apply delta H is delta U plus delta NGRT. This can be later on applied to find delta H, but by bomb calorimeter, you can only find delta U, that is minus Ct delta T by moles of reactant. Now see how simple the question has become. Ct is total heat capacity, which is 20.7 kilojoule per Kelvin given to me. Heat capacity given 20.7 kilojoule per Kelvin. See, so minus 20.7 kilojoule per Kelvin. Units are God for the last 10 days, bhai. Don't mess up with the units, bhaiya. You can't afford to do that. Then delta T, change in temperature, 298 to 299 Kelvin. Arey yaar, 298 Kelvin became 299 Kelvin. तो क्या 1 million change किया क्या? No sir, 298 to 299 chinna sir. 1 change only, 1 Kelvin. Very good. Moles of reactant. Sir, 1 gram graphite was the reactant. 1 gram graphite. How to find moles? Remember stoichiometry, given mass by molar mass. Given mass 1, molar mass 12 gram per mole for carbon atom. Molar mass is 12 gram per mole. Is equals to 12 will go up to minus 20.7 into 12. देखो Kelvin cancel, gram cancel, kilojoule per mole left. देखो, so elegant, so beautiful, just looking like a wow. One step answer, bhai. So this much big question, one step answer. हाँ भैया, check. That's the power of fire. Bomb calorimeter यार. Burnt. Wherever fire there the fire will be super powerful na bhai. The fire topic. Pray to God that this comes in the NEET examination, because it will come some year, it will come within the next 2 to 3 years. If it comes in your year, see, within 1 step answer will come. Then bhai, now they are asking me delta H. For that I need delta Ng. Delta Ng, how to find? Gas, delta Ng, change of gas. Final gas 1, CO2. Graphite is a solid. Initial gas 1. So 1 gas minus 1 gas. So delta Ng here is coming 0. So delta H is delta U plus 0 RT. So 0 RT means 0. So delta H is delta U, which is 12,784, 8, 8, 12 to 24, so minus 248.4 kilojoule per mole. Bolo bhai. Delta U understood how to find? Minus Ct delta T by moles of reactant, direct answer will come. And after that, for finding delta H, this formula has to be used. See how much big solution they are doing. I don't know why they are doing. Say bhai, is the bomb calorimeter drama clear to everyone? Very important question. In every chapter, at least one tough question also. I am discussing easy models, moderate, and only one tough model. Clear, bhai? But that one tough model, we are trying to make it easy for you. But don't leave it. Because a bomb calorimeter, this much big question. Don't leave that, bhai. When I am writing, I am choosing that question for you. That means you can do it. Little only effort required, bhai. And only that tough question we will do, which has maximum probability to come. There are many tough questions. For each tough question, time required for understanding is more. So rather than wasting time on 10 tough question, one tough question but doable, we are doing that. I am deciding for you. Your job is to do whatever I am saying blindly, bhai sahab. Mug up all the formulas and try these questions one more time whenever you get time today. Enthalpy of formation definition. So whenever they give you, this question is also very commonly asked question for NEET exam. Which of the following reactions are giving you the enthalpy of formation? For that, three things you have to check. There should be 1 mole product. So product must be 1 mole. Elemental reactant, not mental. Elemental reactant. Second. Done by. And standard states. Like for carbon, graphite is the standard state. Some bare minimum you should know, hai na? Hydrogen you should know, nitrogen you should know, oxygen you should know, fluorine, chlorine you should know, they are gas. For bromine, liquid. HCl also gas. And for iodine, solid. Sulfur S8, solid. Phosphorus P4, solid. These are the standard states. These you should know for enthalpy of formation question. That's all. This is the information required bhaiya for this repeated example. Like they can ask you, is this reaction giving us the enthalpy of formation? Or enthalpy of this reaction is equal to the enthalpy of formation of ethanol? Let's see. Number 1, I need 1 mole product. So ethanol in this reaction is given as 1. So 1 mole ethanol, done. Checking number 1. Number 2, elemental reactant. Carbon element, hydrogen element, oxygen element. So then what is not element? CO2 is not element, CO2 is a compound. H2O is not element, H2O is a compound. Element I want, element. Then by, that means only one type of atom. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, individual. Standard state, for carbon, graphite is the standard state. For hydrogen and oxygen, gases are the standard state. So 1 mole product, elemental reactant, and everyone should be in their standard state in the reactant side at least. Done bhaiya. Done. Kahan hang ho gaya bhai? Next. One very important question of thermochemistry. Again, this is not one of the repeated example in NEET examination, but I have this feeling that this is going to come with the same data in the examination sooner or later. So enthalpy of solution is lattice enthalpy plus hydration enthalpy. This is the formula you have to remember. Enthalpy of solution is lattice enthalpy plus hydration enthalpy. So they are giving in this question कि for 1 mole of NaCl, lattice enthalpy is 788 kilojoule per mole. That is the question. Hydration enthalpy is minus 784 kilojoule per mole. Simple question, find the enthalpy of solution. So enthalpy of solution is lattice enthalpy plus hydration enthalpy. Lattice enthalpy. Achha, this hydration enthalpy is for Na plus Cl minus both. Sometimes they can give you that hydration enthalpy of Na plus and Cl minus ions are. So in that case, if they give you individually also, na, just add them and find for total NaCl. ठीक है भाई? Then lattice enthalpy 788, hydration enthalpy is minus 784. So this is coming 4 kilojoule per mole. Sir, it's a very simple question. Yes, but after knowing this formula very well, it becomes a very simple question. Otherwise, people keep on dreaming what to do in the question. Why should we add? Should we subtract? Should we multiply? Etc. etc. Then by then for entropy part, predict in which of the following entropy increases or decreases. So let's see one by one what we have read about the entropy. So a liquid crystallizes into solid. A liquid becomes solid. So देखो भाई, I know this already. We have discussed that entropy of a solid will be less. Solid is less random. It is more in a single place. Liquid spread more. Gas has even more randomness. So liquid to gas, when you go, entropy decrease. Entropy decrease means delta S negative. Understand the difference. If they say what happened to entropy, decreases. Change in entropy, negative. Decreases means change is negative. Next, temperature of a crystalline solid. That means from solid to solid only we are going, but from 0 Kelvin to 115 Kelvin. To temperature increased, bhai. And I know that my entropy is proportional to temperature. तो entropy will increase. That means change in the entropy will be positive. So in the question, be careful. If they are asking you entropy, increases. Change in entropy, positive. Next, 2 moles are becoming 3 moles. In the third one, 2 moles are becoming 3 moles. So when 2 become 3 mole, then also entropy increase, delta S will be positive. Not only that, solid is becoming gases. So solid becoming gases, gases are more random, so that also entropy increases. And last one, gas, state is same, but 1 mole become 2 mole. So this also, 1 mole become 2 mole, entropy increases. This has come at least 3 times in the NEET examination in the last 10 years. From almost similar example. In place of H2, sometimes they give Cl to give you 2Cl. This reaction to directly came in 2000, I think. This is 25, not 23 or 24 I think, or 23 only. This exactly came. This also came, this also came. So very commonly asked question. One of the most repeated examples from thermodynamics. Now this is NCERT exercise questions. NCERT exercise question. I have chosen 2 of them for you. One question is, in a process 701 joule of heat is absorbed. So when they say heat is absorbed, so absorbed heat will be plus 701 joule. And 394 joule of work is done by the system. When the work is done, when the work is done by the system, it is negative. Sir, how to know this? Simple. Absorb means, imagine you are the system, absorb heat, you are getting energy, plus work done by the system, you are doing work, you will do the work, you will lose energy. You are doing the work, so your energy, you will be tired now, your energy decreased, minus. They are asking change in the internal energy, delta U, that is Q plus W. So Q is plus, W is minus. So this is a question of sign convention, IUPAC sign convention. Done by. And this question which I have chosen for you. In this question they are asking which reaction possible at high temperature, low temperature, etc. So for that remember simple thing by. If delta H, delta S both are positive, then the reaction will be spontaneous at high temperature. Simple to remember by plus high temperature is spontaneous. Similarly, minus reaction spontaneous at low temperature. This much easy. Plus high temperature spontaneous, minus delta H minus means exothermic. Clear bhai? Delta H plus means endothermic. So delta H minus exothermic and entropy also decreases. Delta S negative means entropy decrease. Remember all this thing I have told you just now. But you can't remember until you have revised that one more time. So plus spontaneous at high temperature, minus spontaneous at low temperature. Clear bhai? Sir, what if 1 is plus, 1 is minus? Then to lollipop easy bhai. If 1 is plus, 1 is minus, then whatever is the delta H sign will become the delta G sign also. Whatever is the delta H sign will become the delta G sign also. And delta G negative means spontaneous and delta G positive means non-spontaneous. Sir, low temperature, high temperature? Bhai, all temperature. All temperature. So if the signs are different, then at every temperature, at all temperature, low, high, moderate, any temperature in the world, you are going to have delta G positive if delta H positive, if signs are different for delta H and delta S. Or delta G negative if basically copy the delta H sign with delta G if the signs are opposite for these two. If the signs are same, then plus high temperature is spontaneous, minus low temperature is spontaneous. Is the shortcut clear bhai? Are clear hai chacha? Then the equilibrium constant for a reaction is 10. What will be the value of delta G naught? So delta G naught, if you remember the formula, is minus 2.303 RT log K. तो -2.303, R 8.314, टेम्परेचर 300, log K equilibrium constant 10, and log 10 is 1. Solve it. That will be your answer in joule per mole. Check by this question. This is the end of thermodynamics. Check by. Slowly your brain will start becoming full. These are so much information. How will I remember? Today, you are just writing. 50% you will remember today. Then you are writing the formula list. Then you will revise it. You will practice these. In the upcoming test, so many face exams are going to happen. Bhai. There you will practice them, try them again. Then you will be happily getting the marks in chemistry after 4, 5, 6, 7 days, roughly around that. Clear, bhai? You have to start working today. In a single day, everything will not start, it will not change immediately. But starting will happen from today onwards. Clear, bhai? Take a deep breath. One more. Cool down. Thermodynamics, what did we revise? The formulas that we saw in thermodynamics are: number 1, delta U is Q plus W, isothermal delta U 0, adiabatic Q 0, and work done can be 0 for isochoric or free expansion. NCERT solved example of free expansion is there, very important question. Work done formula we saw minus P external delta V, and we saw whenever they say reversible isothermal word in the question, then we will use this formula. And we saw adiabatic work done. We saw adiabatic work done was change in the internal energy. Then entropy, proportional to temperature directly, proportional to moles, proportional to volume, solid, liquid, gas. Gas more, then liquid, then solid. And this formula on this numerical also we have seen. And based upon this formula, I told you this trick. Done by. This is the formula we used. Sign convention, one question. NCERT solved example, very frequently asked. Thermodynamics done. Let's start equilibrium. Now for equilibrium, firstly chemical equilibrium part I will complete, very small part is there. Then ionic onwards I will give you formula list separately. For chemical equilibrium, my advice will be, if you have the notes of Lee-Chatelier, revise once Lee-Chatelier properly. Theory topic easy to understand, revise it once. Now for this equilibrium, Kc is given to you, Kp they are asking. So Kp equal to Kc RT to the power delta Ng. So Kp equal to Kc RT power delta Ng. So Kp equal to Kc बातें करते हो यार तुम. R. Now here it is very important. The value of R in thermodynamics which I have put in the last slide was 8.314. But for chemical equilibrium, I will put R as 0.0821, that is 1 by 12 into temperature 1069. Delta Ng you have learnt in thermodynamics how to find. How many gas? Sir, gas 2 plus 1, 3 gases. Minus 2, 1 gas. Done by. This is the formula we will apply. Little bit math is there, you will be able to do, and you should be doing. Next, we know Kc will be product by reactant concentration power stoichiometry at equilibrium, and reaction quotient is product by reactant concentration power stoichiometry at any point of time. If you ever get Q more than K, the reaction go backward. Done by. Recorded class, where can you get? Bye. Let me complete the teaching. Otherwise in the recording scolding will come. That you want to listen in the recording only, kya? Complete kar le bhai uncle. I said this only, don't disturb in the middle, flow of the class will break. So in the house I will come and slap you tightly on the face, then you will understand kya basic discipline rule number 1 of the class. Gadhe hi reh jaoge beta tum aise. Anyway, Q more than K, reaction go backward. Applying the formula now. The value of Kc for this reaction is given to you. At a given time, the composition of reaction mixture is A equal to B equal to C this much. So firstly, I will find Q because K is a constant. Q I will find and I will see Q is coming more than K or less than K. So Q will be product is B and C. So B into C by A power stoichiometry is 2. So B equal to C equal to A, everyone is equal. How much value? 3 10 power minus 4 into 3 10 power minus 4 by 3 10 power minus 4 whole square. So khatak, everything came 1. Everything got cancelled by Q equal to 1. If Q equal to 1 and K equal to 0.002, because what they have given, see na, Kc is 2 into 10 power minus 3. So Q is more than K. So reaction goes backward. Simple. अरे check भाई. Concentration of ABC was given at some concentration, at some position. They are saying equilibrium came, or will the reaction go forward or the reaction go backward? For that, K is a constant, don't worry about it, given in the question. Equilibrium constant. Find Q. Formula of K and Q are same. K and Q will have same formula. Difference is at any concentration, if I put here, that is called Q. At equilibrium, we call it K. Next. Now, before starting for ionic, for equilibrium, the information that you require for repeated example, I am telling you, at equilibrium, delta G is 0, Q is equals to K, equilibrium, delta G 0, Q equal to K, and delta G naught is minus 2.303 RT log K. On this already we have done the numerical. Rate of forward reaction is equals to rate of backward reaction, and property become constant. Properties will not become equal. Rate become equal. Rate of forward backward become equal. Property become constant. Property like refractive index, property like color, temperature. Clear by? Understood? Nowadays in Instagram reel also coming na? Property will remain constant. Which kind of property? Property like refractive index, volume, moles, है ना, सरसराहट, गुगुहाट, पता नहीं क्या क्या, आहट वाट. Same way you can remember so many properties are there, everything become equal. Clear है भैया? तो rate of forward, rate of backward reaction become equal and property become constant. Not equal to each other but constant. चलिए, starting with the ionic. So number 1 is conjugate acid and conjugate base. 1 H plus difference. So I am taking 1 or 2 examples out of this, remaining you will solve. I am taking HSO4 minus here. If this is conjugate base and I want to write conjugate acid, so conjugate acid will have 1 H plus more. So give him H plus. So H2SO4 will come. And if I take HSO4 minus as a conjugate acid and I want to write his conjugate base, so if this is the conjugate acid and his conjugate base I want, so conjugate base will have 1 H plus less. So remove the H plus, you will get SO4 2 minus. So these are called conjugate acid conjugate base pair. Like this is conjugate acid conjugate base pair. This is also conjugate acid base pair. So the same person can have conjugate acid conjugate base both. Yes, possible. Such kind of substances are called amphiprotic. Like HSO4 minus, I can call it amphiprotic. Amphi means both. Protic, that means he can take H plus also, give H plus also. So he can act like a conjugate acid also, conjugate base also. On this question is there. Practice H2O, HCO3 minus and ammonia. 1 H plus more, so conjugate acid, 1 H plus less, so conjugate base. Now, Lewis acid, Lewis base. देखो भाई, anyone having lone pair will be Lewis base, and H plus BX3 BEX2 carbocation and third period and later P block element. They are Lewis acid. For NEET examination, if you do H plus, BX3, BEX2, C plus, enough. And Lewis base are lone pair donors. So for them, any negative ion, NX3, they will be the Lewis base. Shall we start? Now OH minus. So by OH minus to Lewis base, because minus means electrons are extra, so lone pair donated. F minus to Lewis base, minus. H plus to Lewis acid. BCl3, Lewis acid. So that's how Lewis acid, Lewis base, MCQ also they can ask you. They can just change one of them. For example, they can write here H2O. H2O. Now H2O have lone pair. So will be a Lewis base. But not Lewis acid. For Lewis acid, one of these conditions have to be satisfied. Boron, beryllium, carbocation, H plus free ion, third period and later P block element, nothing there. So this bhai sahab is Lewis base but not Lewis acid. This one option they can put, and then they can ask you which is the Lewis acid. BCl3 we will tick. So it's a ready-made question from NCERT. Paper setter can ask you directly. Now coming to pH formulas. Write the pH formulas bhai. For strong acid, strong bases, pH is minus log concentration of H plus ion, and POH is minus log concentration of OH minus ion. In fact, these two formulas can work for everyone. But for a strong acid, strong base, it is easy to find H plus OH minus directly. But if you have 10 to the power minus 2 molar HCl, then pH will be minus log 10 power minus 2. And minus log 10 power minus x will be x. Write it somewhere. Minus log x power, minus log 10 power minus x will be x. So minus log 10 power minus 2 will be 2. Similarly, 10 to the power minus, let's say 4 molar NaOH. NaOH, so POH. HCl pH, acid pH, base POH. So 10 power minus 4 molar POH will be minus log 10 power minus 4. So 4 POH came. Up to here, to life is very good. 10 power minus 1 molar, 1. Minus 2 molar, 2. Minus 3 molar, 3. Minus 4 molar, 4. Minus 5 molar, 5. Minus 6 molar, 6. Wrong answer. Minus 6 molar tarvata. Drama start. Sir, what drama? Leave what drama? How to avoid drama, I will tell you. है ना भाई? How to avoid drama? 10 power minus 6 molar HCl, pH will be 5.96. Minus 7 molar 6.8, minus 8 molar 6.98. So what about minus 9 molar, minus 10 molar, minus 11 molar? If anything like this comes, the pH will be very close to 7, 6.9999, something like that. For example, this question, calculate the pH of 10 to the power minus 8 molar HCl. तो देखो minus 1 molar 1, minus 2 molar 2, minus 3 molar 3, minus 4 molar 4, minus 5 molar 5, minus 6 molar not 6, 5.96, minus 7 molar तो not 7, 6.8 molar, 10 to the power 6.8 pH, 10 to the power minus 8 molar HCl they are asking, 6.98. These three you will remember. Fatak answer will come in the exam, no doubt at all. Clear, bhai? Done. Done. Now, acha, for ionic now only formulas are not enough. When to apply the formula also we should know. So this is pH basic for a strong acid, strong base. Now check the pH of a solution in which 0.2 molar ammonium chloride. Always write like this, 0.2 molar ammonium chloride they have given separately written, and 0.1 molar ammonia given. ठीक है भाई? And the pKb of ammonia is 4.75. Understand, very important. Everyone listen carefully. If by mistake Ka, Kb, Ka, A for acid, Kb, B for base. If Ka, Kb, pKa, pKb for anyone is given to you, that bhai sahab is weak. For strong, they will never. For example, last question, hai na? In last question, HCl they gave you. Did they give you Ka of HCl? If Ka, Kb not mentioned, the person will be strong acid or strong base. If acid, then acid, base, then base. But strong, if Ka, Kb not mentioned, not asked, not given. But here, pKb ammonia given. That means ammonia is a weak base because Kb, B for base. Weak base. Why weak base? Because Kb mentioned. Now what is given to you here? In the question, you have a weak base. Sir, how do I know it's a weak base? Already I told you, hint was in the question only. You don't have to mug up anything extra. Hint was in the question. So in ionic na read question well. Hint will always be there and exact formula you'll be able to apply. Listen very carefully for 2-3 minutes. Your ionic equilibrium problems will be sorted here. Weak base there. And if you have a weak base and a salt of that base. Sir, how can I know it's a salt? Achha, so you can't know that ammonium chloride is a salt. But nearby any mental asylum there, na bhai, get admission there as soon as possible. Because I can't believe any human being living on this planet who completed class 10th syllabus can't know by seeing a salt. Clear hai bhai? HCl, HBr, Hi, H2SO4, they are acid. NaOH, KOH, RbOH, BaOH whole twice base. So salt hai nahi, ammonium chloride. So if you have a weak base and salt or weak acid and salt, to understand, why will a base go with his own salt? A weak base or a weak acid will go with his own salt because he is weak. So he should have taken someone strong with him to fight. But this idiot was weak and he took his own salt with himself. How big of a duffer he is, yaar. Are clear hai yaar? Which kind of a duffer who is weak will stay with his own salt? That duffer is called buffer. Clear hai bhai? And for buffer, the formula will be pH equal to pKa plus log of, you can write here, ion of salt by, actual formula is conjugate base by conjugate acid. So I will write actual formula only. Why? To underestimate your capacity. Conjugate base by conjugate acid concentrations or moles I can put. And POH is equals to pKb plus log of conjugate acid by conjugate base. So it's not only about the formula, it's also about when to use it. So when a weak duffer, only ammonia to weak acid. There don't use this formula. But ammonia with ammonium chloride, acetic acid is a weak acid. Acetic acid. Sir, how do I know? Ka they will give in the question, uncle. You don't have to know anything. Acetic acid they gave, Ka, Kb something given. With sodium acetate. Acetic acid hai tu. You are weak. Find someone strong. And if you are so duffer that being a weak, you stay with your own salt only, that means you are a buffer. Clear bhai? It's like you are weak in the subject, selection not possible. You are realizing very well, this way to bhaiya 10-11 days, so I'm not going to study. And then also you are sitting with your friends only. Next 11 days, if your friendship is more important than your career, so neither you will have friendship left nor the career. Clear hai bhai? Ye jo best friends forever, hai na? Like sisters from different mother, brothers from different mothers. Ye drama na, it works only for 1-2 years. And when the money is not in the pocket, na, there is no brother, there is no sister. Clear, uncle, auntie? Real life hai. See, from your families, you will realize the people who are extremely rich, every family, howsoever they like them, hate them, but they will go in every function of theirs. In front of their face, ki, wow, sir, ye, sir. Clear bhai? Society will respect you based upon what you have achieved on personal level, not on your father's wealth after a certain point of time. Anant Ambani can never get as much respect as Mukesh Ambani is getting. Whole life he will spend also. Clear hai bhai sahab? Arjun Tendulkar played for Ranji, but will never get the respect that Sachin Tendulkar have got. In fact, because of the father, the respect will decrease also. Yaar, this much great father have done. Kya son hai yaar ye? Chhi. Or what kind of daughter is this? So your name has to be bigger than what your father have achieved in the previous, in his youth. Clear hai bhaiya? To start working. Life is very brutal. You all this daddy's little princess, mama's little boy, na bhai sahab. 10 days more, bus. After that, same mama, same papa, tapai tap slap will come on the face if any mistake you have done after that. Tolerance level will become zero. And I will not blame the parents for it because they are doing exactly what they should be doing. Little late, they should have done that as soon as the first exam not properly done. First slap should have come at that point of time only. But no problem. Better late than never. But for you people, you need to understand, bhaiya, don't be a duffer. Don't waste your time coming 10-11 days in the hostel, sitting with your friends and gossiping, discussing the useless activities. 11 days later, NEET exam is going to come, whether you pass it or not. Clear, bhai? Time is not waiting for you. Chaliye, moving on. So in this question, PKB there. PKB is in my formula here. So POH will be PKB 4.75 plus log of conjugate base, conjugate acid, ammonia, ammonium. NH3, NH4 plus. NH4 plus, here H is more. So this is my conjugate acid. This is my conjugate base. Whatever has more, this already this question we have discussed. Conjugate acid base pair we have discussed. ठीक है भाई? So I'm assuming this much you will be able to do भाई. So conjugate acid is 0.2 and conjugate base is 0.1. 4.75 plus log 2. How much is log 2? Log 2 is 0.3 something. Log 3 0.4 something. Clear bhai? Log 2 0.3010. So 0.3 I am taking. So it is 5.05. This is POH. It is not pH. So if I want to find pH, then I think this much you should be knowing that pH is 14 minus POH. So 14 minus 5.05. So 8.95 is the answer. Check by everyone. So the main thing what we understood here is that if any weak base already this uncle know he's weak, still this idiot is wasting the time with the friend. He is a duffer, maha duffer. For such duffer, this is the formula. Clear hai bhai sahab? So don't be a duffer. Be a buffer, no problem, but don't be a duffer. Clear bhai? Understood? 10 days, pause on the friendship. 10-11 days and full commitment towards the NEET examination. At least learn how to work hard. Clear bhai? Cracking exam is the byproduct. What's our main job? Our job is to learn how to work when no one is willing to work. Clear bhai? Chaliye. Dekhiye, next question. pKa acetic acid, pKb ammonium hydroxide. So they have given us pKa of acetic acid 4.76 and pKb of ammonium hydroxide 4.75. Calculate the pH of ammonium acetate solution. Ammonium acetate will have formula something like this, I guess. This solution pH they are asking me. Now here, ammonium acetate is a salt. So, but data they have given for acid and base, they mixed and became salt. Now, this is not a duffer. Here, he is weak, but he is not remaining with his own salt. Clear, bhai? He is also weak, but he is not remaining with his own salt. They thought, we are weak only. Let's react with each other. Something that we can do. So, it's a salt. And for salt, the formula will be, dekho bhai, for salt hydrolysis, master formula, pH equal to half of 14. A for add, B for subtract, plus minus log C for confused. देखो भाई, A add, B subtract, C confused. Confused means plus minus both. This work for every salt. Like in this case, what you will do now? Put the value, don't worry at all. Use this formula, every time answer will match for salt hydrolysis. Half of 14. pKa unda? Yes sir, pKa undi. Put the value. pKb unda? Yes sir, undi. So if plus minus plus log C minus log C, so log C cancel. So sir, what? Nothing. Answer ke half of 14 plus 0.01. So 14.01 by 2 to 7.005. That's the answer. Check bhai. Now compare this question. Here ammonia was weak and he stayed with ammonium chloride only, became a buffer. Acetic acid with sodium acetate, buffer. But acetic acid and ammonia came together, they became a salt. They neutralized each other. Done bhai. Check everyone. Next. Calculate the solubility. For solubility question, what to do bhai? For a salt AXBY, KSP will be solubility product, we call it. What we call it? Solubility product is X power X, Y power Y, S power X plus Y. This S is called solubility. The units are molarity. So X power X, Y power Y, S power X plus Y. Let's see this example, A2X3. So for A2X3, the KSP will be 2 power 2, 3 power 3, S power 2 plus 3, that is 5. So 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, 3s are 27, that is 108 S power 5. Now what they are giving us, KSP giving 1 10 power minus 23. So 1.1 10 power minus 23 is 108 S power 5. And I think they are asking me solubility. They are asking me S. So S will be 1.1 10 power minus 23 divided by, can I say 1.08 10 power 2? Arre 108 is 1.08 10 power 2 na? 108 is 1.08 10 power 2. So 1.1 roughly cancel. S power 5 here. 10 to the power minus 25. Check. Plus 2 will go up, minus 2. Minus 23, minus 2, minus 25. So S will be 10 to the power minus 25. So whenever you shift the power on the other side, na, it becomes reciprocal. So 5, 5, 25 cancel. 10 power minus 5 molar. So learn how to write this. Many questions directly will be solved like this also. Sometimes you don't have to do this much calculations. If calculation is not very easy for you, then also don't worry. This can also give you at least 80% questions. Done by. You can see the upcoming phase examination, previous year question banks. You will find many questions like this. And last question of ionic. Very important. It has come previously in the NEET also recently, I think 2022-23 somewhere it came. Calculate the molar solubility of nickel hydroxide in 0.1 molar NaOH. Solubility of nickel hydroxide in 0.1 molar NaOH. देखो भाई, ionic product of nickel hydroxide. Ionic product means they are talking about solubility product for nickel hydroxide. How much? 2 10 power minus 50. Whosoever Ka, Kb, Ksp is mentioned is weak. Ka, Kb, Ksp, anyone's mentioned is weak. For that, bhai sahab, I will write nickel hydroxide. How will I write? See, nickel 2 plus into OH minus whole square. This 2 will go in the power. Huh? This 2 will go in the power. Nickel 2 plus OH minus whole square. Learn how to write it. Then, if the same ion coming from strong also same ion coming from weak also, to neglect the weak. I gave donation, Mukesh Ambani gave donation, so bhaiya, whatever the donation I gave, my whole year salary also given, that is negligible as compared to what Mukesh Ambani would have given one day salary also. Strong versus weak, ignore the weak. So all the OH minus, 0.1 molar NaOH, all this OH minus came from NaOH. And nickel hydroxide I will take as solubility S. And KSP given 2 10 power minus 15. So this will come 0.1 whole square, 10 power minus 2, shift it here. So 2 10 power minus 13 molar is the answer. Check bhai, in this question. This is called common ion effect. How to solve it clear? One more question I am taking just to make you understand better. KSP of AgCl I am giving you 10 power minus 10. Find solubility of AgCl in 0.1 molar NaCl solution. Now again KSP of AgCl given. So I will write KSP, that is 10 power minus 10, will be this ion into this ion power whatever the stoichiometry was there, 1 1. Cl minus NaCl also giving me. Cl minus common na, this Cl minus giving by NaCl also. This data I will take directly 0.1 here. Solubility S in the place of Ag plus. So how much will be S? 10 power minus 9 molar. See, you will not understand what you are doing, but if you keep on doing that for 2-3 questions, you will remember the model. Marks will come. Last 7-8 days away. If you understand what you are doing, great. If you are not able to understand what you are doing, at least do like this. I'm not going in the depth of why we are doing this, because you have shortage of time. Clear bhai? But marks to marks na bhai, how it comes. Done bhaiya. Check this. So KSP of nickel hydroxide, nickel into OH minus square. OH minus given by NaOH, put it here. Find the S, answer came. KSP of AgCl is Ag plus into Cl minus given by NaCl, put it here, Ag plus solubility will come. Twarga say, entered in the head or not entered bhai? Quickly say. This entered in the head or not, this question. Twarga. Clear or not clear? Oh भैया sleeping क्या uncle? Slept. So should we end the lecture? Beyond your capacity to understand it went क्या? चलो end कर देते हैं भाई. Beyond this, I don't think it will be possible for you to attend the class properly. ओ भैया wake up! अरे wake up! अरे good morning! NEET 2025 रावली! अरे उठ जा बच्चे उठ जा! 2 years got wasted, now to wake up! अरे this year only NEET exam required to be cracked यार! Twarga, wake up everyone. My voice reaching? Are voice coming by? Loud, yes. Up to here the voice should come, that voice is coming. Chalo fast. Bhaiya, my energy depend upon your energy, yaar. I am sitting on the chair now, relaxing, thinking that these people don't want to crack the NEET examination. What can I do for them now? Why to waste the effort? A one-sided conversation going on. This kind of millions of lectures you attended in your whole life, and still in the last 7 days you are sitting to attend the lecture. That means something have gone wrong, na? So lectures were not wrong. People attending the lecture were wrong. Now also they are wrong. Then why the hell are we having the lecture today? Wake up. Fathers, mothers, dreams are there. How can you sleep? This is the time to sleep, kya? Wake. Whole life you have slept from nursery onwards. Today also you will sleep. This much only was the dream, kya? I want to become doctor. Only for one day was the dream. Then other people have to remind you what you want in your life. This much low level life we have. Who wants selection? Who want to crack this examination? Who want to become doctor for the rest of the life? Pain are for 10 days and success is forever. And you are sleeping. This much low level, though I never thought you were here. How many of you are ready to study? Give a yes. In the offline also, go to the laptop if laptop is there nearby. If any chance is there for typing and giving a yes. Twarga, twarga. But life is passing by. No one is going to work for you until you are work for yourself. Yeah, come on. Chalo, solution chapter starting now. Everyone open the notebook. Fast, 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 fast. 3 chapters left only. 3 more to go. Just 3 more to go. Twarga, twarga, we have to work here. Number 1 statement, very important. Raoult's law is a special case of Henry's law. Write it down somewhere. Raoult's law is a special case of Henry's law. Everyone. We cannot be so weak that sleep is able to win over us. Yeah, sleep. Sleep can win over you. This much weak humans you are. You should be ashamed to call yourself human, the most elite species. Dinosaurs were not able to fight the nature. We fought. And sleep is defeating you. Have a better life. Come on. Chalo. In this question, everyone, in this question, Raoult's law question it is. Number 1 formula I am writing. Henry's law. Number 1 formula. Henry's law. This is for gas in liquid. Partial pressure of the gas is kH into mole fraction of gas in liquid. Raoult's law is for liquid in liquid generally we use. Partial pressure of A is PA naught into XA. That's one formula. Total pressure is PA naught XA plus PB naught XB. That's another formula. 1 by PT is YA upon PA naught plus YB upon PB naught. There is another formula. And the last formula is YA is equals to PA naught XA by PT. What is the name of these symbols? Here X is the mole fraction in the liquid state. Y is the mole fraction in the vapor state. PT is the total pressure. PA naught, PB naught. These are vapor pressure of pure A and B. Torga, note down this formula. 5 seconds I will wait. Then we will go on to the next page. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaliye. Then you have colligative properties. Chalo, fast. Colligative property. Delta TB is I into KB into M. Delta TF is I into KF into M. Osmotic pressure is ICRT. And RLVP, relative lowering in vapor pressure, that is P naught minus PS by P naught, is mole fraction of solute. Here M is molality, KB, KF is called abelioscopic constant, cryoscopic constant. Main point is molality, this is molality, and this is T. And this is mole fraction. These are the formula. Vent-Hoff factor, I is called Vent-Hoff factor, is 1 plus n minus 1 into alpha. So for example, A to B became 2A plus B, then n will be 3 by 1. Total how many people here? 3 by 1. That is n. Alpha degree of dissociation. These are all the formulas of the solution chapter. Number 1, Henry's law, then Raoult's law, followed by colligative property. Then bhaiya, starting the first one, positive negative deviation, how to remember bhai? For positive deviation from the Raoult's law and negative deviation, what you will write bhaiya? Dekho, delta G always negative, delta S always positive. This is the condition which is applicable for not only positive negative deviation, but also for ideal solution. In case ideal solution also we do, that means no deviation, then also you can exactly copy delta G negative, delta S positive. Then for positive deviation, delta H, delta V both are positive. For negative deviation, delta H, delta V both are negative. And for ideal solution, delta H, delta V both are 0. This also is a direct theory question, bhai. Very easy to understand, very easy to score. Positive deviation. Positive deviation and negative deviation. Positive deviation is alcohol plus anything, people will deviate positively. So alcohol. So what with alcohol? Anything as per taste. Examples you can see. Ethanol plus water, methanol plus water, ethanol plus acetone. Clear, bhai? Anything you take with alcohol, it will be a positive deviation. Negative deviation is acid plus anything, bhai. Sorry, not anything. Acid plus water. So HCl plus water, acetic acid plus water, nitric acid plus water, negative deviation. Then by apart from that, remember acetone. Acetone, acetone. Acetone. Acetone plus chloroform, so negative deviation. Acetone plus CS2, positive deviation. And I feel for this year, the most important example for negative deviation would be phenol plus aniline. This I feel is going to be this year's question as well. Phenol plus aniline, negative deviation. Phenol is also acid only. Then by so positive deviation, negative deviation, ideal solution. Done bhaiya. Easy to remember, alcohol plus anything, a positive deviation. Acid plus water, negative deviation. Acetone with CS2 and chloroform, positive and negative. Phenol and aniline separately, remember bhai, negative deviation. These are your senior inter topics because recently you have done. IP also written. Should not be a problem for you to remember the formulas. Weber pressure of pure benzene at certain temperature is given to you 0.85. So P naught given 0.85. A non-volatile, non-electrolyte solid weighing 0.5 gram, weight of solute 0.5 gram, added to 39 gram benzene, weight of solvent is 39 gram. Vapor pressure of solution is 0.845 bar. So PS became 0.845 bar. What is the molar mass of solute? Molar mass of solute they are asking me. So now, vapor pressure, solid solute, solid, non-volatile. So this is RLVP question. So P naught minus PS by P naught is approximately INB by NA. You can ignore I here because they are not saying anything about dissociation. They are saying non-electrolyte. So directly putting P naught 0.85 minus 0.845 by 0.85 is NB, moles of B given mass by molar mass. See, this is the formula you have learned in stoichiometry, given mass by molar mass. And here also given mass of benzene 39 and molar mass of benzene 78. That's all. You have to find NB. because I don't think much effort required for you to remember the formulas as much as the junior inter. Done by. Chaliye. So what you have done? P naught minus PS by P naught is approximately NB by NA. Exactly NB upon total moles. Approximately NB by NA. That's what the NCERT is using. Very good. Next. This question you should try yourself. Method I'm telling you. Try the question by yourself. Boiling point of benzene given. You have to find delta TB as KB into M. And delta TB will be boiling point of solution minus solvent. That means 354.11. That means 354.11 minus 353.23. KB given, put there. Molality is moles of solute by weight of solvent in kg. This you will try by yourself. 354.11 minus 353.23. You will find delta TB. Putting delta TB here. KB given in the question. 2.53 is the KB. And molality is weight of moles of solute. Moles is 1.8 by molar mass. You have to find molar mass. 1.8 by M moles by weight of solvent is 90 gram. So to convert into kg, you will multiply with 1000 in the numerator. Don't see the solution this one. Try to solve it by yourself. Answer will come. Answer is 58. Answer you can check finally, but solution don't check. Try to solve direct question it is. Clear, bhai? This one I am solving. Delta TB you will solve. Delta TF I am solving for you. 1 gram of non-electrolyte solute dissolved in 50 gram of benzene lowered the freezing point of benzene by same formula. Delta TF I into KF into M. So delta TF 0.4. KF 5.12 Kelvin kg per mole. Moles of solute. So 1 gram of solute, 1 gram solute, moles will be given mass by molar mass by weight of solvent in kg. So weight of solvent is 50 gram in kg. To multiply with 1000. Done by. So molar mass MB will shift up 5.12 into 20 by 0.4. So removing the decimal, 0 0 cancel, 2 2s are 4, 512 by 2, so 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12. So molar mass is 56 gram per mole. Check by. This question and this question both are exactly same. Only difference is KB and KF. Data is different. Otherwise, exactly same question, exactly same model. So this one you will solve for me, and this one I am solving for you. So delta TF is KF into M. KF given molality. Putting molality formula already today we have done by moles of solute by weight of solvent in kg. That's how the answer have come. Now this is an information you should be remembering. Edema. This is not frequently asked question, but as I said, some questions here and there I have chosen, which I feel are going to be coming in this year NEET examination, but not asked by this time. One is edema. So if you eat too much of salty food, chala salt if you add in the food, then what happens? Some swelling in the muscles can happen, fluffiness. Clear, bhai? That is called edema. That is because of water retention, that is because of osmosis. Clear, bhai? Water fill in the intercellular spaces. So remember edema. See, anoxia, most of the people have heard anoxia, bends in this chapter. In case you have not read, you should know about anoxia. That is in Henry's law, and bends. That is also in the Henry's law. But this is something in osmotic pressure. People ignore. This you should not be ignoring, bhai. Edema. Clear, bhai? Water retention. Then, for electrochemistry, a few things you should know. Delta G naught is minus NF E naught. Number one. Delta G naught. Gibbs free energy change standard. You might have heard E equal to E naught minus 0.059 by N log Q, product by reactant power stoichiometry. Or maybe in some of the batches you might have done plus in the middle, R by P power stoichiometry. Either way, this is Nernst equation. Out of this Nernst equation question, bhai, I want you to do question of hydrogen electrode properly. That is minus 0.059 into pH. For hydrogen electrode, E will be 0.059 into pH. From here, I have a good gut feeling. Exact same question is going to come in the NEET examination. That one we are going to do properly. Done, bhai. Then you have Faraday's law. For Faraday's law of electrolysis, the formula you will remember is W equal to weight deposited is molar mass by valency factor into IT upon 96500. I is current, T is time in second, M is molar mass. Conductance formulas, I will tell you when the conductance question will come. So starting with the first question, the standard electrode potential for Daniel cell given, E naught cell is given to you 1.1. Calculate the standard Gibbs energy for this reaction. So the answer is minus N. N how much? So separately I will write. This formulas you might have noted. Separately I am solving. Delta G naught is minus NF E naught cell. Number of electron transferred. Zn to Zn2 plus change of 2. Faraday 96500. E naught 1.1. So that's the answer in Joule. SI unit. Done, bhaiya. Simple question, direct, straight, formula based. This is the question I feel. I've written also NEET 2025. I have a gut feeling this will come in the examination. Do this. Electrode potential for hydrogen electrode is minus 0.059 into pH. This is the reduction potential. Oxidation potential will be plus, opposite. pH 10, hydrogen electrode. So the value will be minus 0.059 into 10. So minus 0.59 volt. You might have 100% seen this question somewhere in your papers. In this graph, for strong electrolyte, linear change comes. For weak electrolyte, exponential change comes. Previously in the NEET examination several times, they have simply asked which of the following is KCl, which of the following is CH3COH. CH3COH is weak electrolyte, so exponential change, lambda versus root C. And for strong electrolyte, linear change. So you can remember this thing, strong electrolyte, linear, and weak electrolyte, exponential change. Then bhai, for which graph? Lambda M versus root C graph. Chinna points are there. Not very high-fi. Coming to Colruy's law and conductance question. See, very simple question is there. They have given me lambda naught of HCl, NaCl as 126, lambda naught of HCl as 426, lambda naught of NaAC as 91. Check bhai. They are asking me what is the lambda naught of HAC. Lambda naught of HAC. It's a simple target equation question. Target equation means this is my target. What I want, sir, I want H plus. Who is giving me? Sir, equation number 2 is giving me. Hai na? So for that it will be equal to lambda naught of HCl because I will get H. But Cl came extra. I will remove Cl later. Then I need AC. Who will give me? AC by in the summer vacation. AC to chala important. So NaAC will give me AC. What came extra? Sir, Cl and Na. NaCl came extra. Achha ji. To remove NaCl. Extra came na. To remove NaCl bhai. So HCl data 426. NaAC data 91 minus 126. So this is 391 roughly. Simon centimeter square mole inverse. Check by. This is Colruy's law. Twarga se. In the Colrash law elementary question, any problem is there? Colrash law elementary question, any problem is there? Done. I wanted HAC. H came from HCl. AC came from NaAC. NaCl came extra. I subtracted it. Game over. So this plus this, I got HAC. NaCl subtract. Done by. For 2.9, remember the formula. Alpha is lambda MC by lambda M naught. So lambda M naught will come from Colrash law, or may be given in the question like this. Either by this you can find the Colrash law, lambda MC, lambda M naught, or lambda M naught can be given in the question also. For lambda MC, formula is kappa into 1000 by M. Done by kappa into 1000 by M. So on this one question you can see ki lambda naught for acetic acid I am giving you 400 Simon centimeter square mole inverse, and lambda M for acetic acid 0.1 molar solution is 40 Simon centimeter square mole inverse. Find the degree of dissociation, alpha. So if this direct model came, or even if they don't give you direct, they give you like this also. They give you kappa conductivity into 1000 by molarity. So kappa into 1000 by M. That also lambda MC will come. Here, how to find alpha? Solve this question by. So alpha will be lambda MC, this one, at some concentration, 40 by lambda M naught. That means small upon large. So 0.1 is the degree of dissociation. That is 10%. Check bhai. Very frequently asked questions. This is on Faraday's law. A solution of copper sulfate is electrolyzed for 10 minutes. Firstly, this question, note down, 5 seconds gap I will take. I'll go to the next question. Chaliye, starting this question now. Solution of copper sulfate electrolyzed. Electrolysis. So W is equals to M by N IT by 96500. So molar mass of copper, not given, but you should be knowing it, around 63 gram per mole. N, charge on the copper ion, 2. I, current, 1.5 ampere given in the question, 1.5. Time, 10 minutes, but this time must be in second, bhaiya. So 10 into 60 seconds by 96500. This you have to solve for finding the weight of copper deposited. Check bhai this question. Direct formula based question for Faraday's law. Check, 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 check. Any problem is there? Done? So what did we revise in the electrochemistry? We revised for the Nernst equation, the hottest question. Our most important question would be number one to this formula, delta G naught. On Nernst equation, this one for hydrogen electrode. This one we have revised. Okay, bhai? Faraday law, direct formula based question. Then we have done the questions on them, which were there. Then one graph we saw that for strong electrolyte, linear change in graph will come. For weak electrolyte, exponential change will come. Then we saw Colrash law, and then we saw numerical for finding alpha. This is what we have chosen in the electrochemistry, and from here at least one question will hit. At least minimum to minimum one question will hit, you will see. Clear, bhai? And most probably the question that is going to hit is that pH 10 question of hydrogen electrode. Chaliye bhaiya. Now we are starting with almost our last chapter. Kinetics. In kinetics, what are the main things you have to remember? Average rate is change in the concentration by change in the time. That is average rate. Second thing, R equal to K, concentration of A power X, concentration of B power Y. This is called rate law expression. In that case, the order will be of the reaction X plus Y. It's called overall order. X is called order with respect to A and Y is called order with respect to B. So in the rate law expression, the powers of the concentration are called order. So power of A is the order of A. Power of B is the order of B. Power of A plus B total is the order of the overall reaction. Based upon the order, units can be found by. So for zero order reaction, first order reaction, the unit of K, this will be molar per second. Molar per second, ATM per second, ATM per minute, molar per minute, concentration time inverse. And first order will be just per second, per minute, per hour. No molar, no ATM, nothing. Done by. Then for zero order and first order, which formulas we have to know? For zero order and first order, you should be number one knowing the formula of half-life. So half-life, this is called half-life. Half-life means time taken for initial amount to become half. So if you have 50 gram of a substance, it becomes 25 gram in 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, 50 became 25, half. So 10 minutes is the half-life. So T half for zero order is C naught by 2K. C naught is the initial concentration of reactant. And K is called rate constant. And first order half-life is 0.693 by K. It's a constant. It does not depend upon C naught for first order. So firstly, zero order, first order, you should know the half-life formula. Then K is equals to 2.303 by T log of C naught by Ct. That is the rate constant 2.303 by T log of C naught by Ct. C naught is the initial, Ct is the leftover amount of reactant. That is for first order. One thing remember, time taken for 99.9% completion of a first order reaction is 10 times the half-life. This also is very important question for this year NEET. Time taken for not 99.99%, only 99.9% time taken is 10 times the half-life. Clear, bhai? For first order reaction, time taken for 100% completion is infinite. That means first order reaction can never be completed. So for zero order, C naught minus Ct equal to Kt. That is a zero order formula. Clear, bhai? Chaliye. So starting the questions one by one. Arrhenius equation is also there. I can write here only Arrhenius equation. Arrhenius. K is equals to A e power minus Ea by RT. So if I take log, so ln K is ln A minus Ea by RT. So when I compare this with Y equal to mx plus C, how the graph would come, that will come here. I will show you when it will come. Starting with the first question now. Ready? These formulas note down. I am giving you 10 seconds. Quick note down. Then we are going to start with the questions one by one. Very easy questions, straightforward questions. Bhai. Twarga note, bhai. Twarga note. Today only, in this life only we have to do, bhai. Noted, भैया. Shall we start? Ready? Can be approximate calculations in final. Depends upon the options, bhai. If the options are close, you can't. If the options are far away, you can. In a reaction 2A gives you product. The concentration of A decreases from 0.5 to 0.4 in 10 minutes. Calculate the rate during this interval. So they are asking me rate of reaction. It is change in the concentration by change in time. So 0.5 became 0.4. So how much is the difference coming, bhaiya? 0.1. And how much time? 10 minutes. So it is 0.1 by 10. So 0.01 molar per minute is the answer. NCERT in text question. Chalo, torga batao. Identify the order. For the first one, what do you think is the order of the reaction? They have given liter mole inverse per second. So what do you think is the order of the reaction? So bhai, per second first order. This one to first order. Molar per second zero order. And molar inverse second inverse. Opposite second order. Check. If they say mole per liter per second, to zero order. Per second, first order. Mole inverse liter, opposite of molar, per second, second order. So second order kinetics, this is first order, per second, per hour, per minute, first order. Simple, simple. Next, 3.3, 3.4 in text question we can see. For a reaction A plus B gives you product, the rate law is given by this. What is the order of the reaction? Torga, say everyone, what is the order of this reaction? In text question of NCERT, R equal to K, A power half, B power 2. What is the order of this reaction, bhai? What is the order of this reaction? Came. Badhiya. 5 by 2, 2.5. 2 plus 0.5. Badhiya. Next. The conversion of molecules X to Y follows second order kinetics. Concentration of X is increased to 3 times. Dekho. Conversion of molecule X to Y follows second order kinetics means what? X become Y. Second order kinetics means R equal to K X power 2. X increased to 3 times. This became 3 times. So 3 square, 9 times the rate will become. They are asking what will the effect on the rate of reaction? 9 times. Check, bhai. Understood? How to do this kind of a question? Hey, Bhagwan, why it is hanging? Done, bhaiya. 3.7. The first order reaction is found to have rate constant 5.5 10 power minus 14 per second. Find the half life of reaction. So, bhai, T half is equals to, for first order, 0.693 by K. तो 0.693 by how much is K? 5.5 into 10 power minus 40. Done. Show that in a first order reaction, time required for completion of 99.9% is 10 times the half-life. Bhaiya, show that to in the NEET they cannot ask in objective question. But this thing they can ask you, the time taken for 99.9% completion of a first order reaction is 10 times the half-life. This is also the solved example of NCERT only. Next, time required to decompose SO2Cl2 to half of its initial amount is 60 minutes. Half of the initial amount, time taken 60 minutes means T half is 60 minutes. Understanding the question, half-life. If the decomposition is a first order, find the rate constant. But yeah, so T half is 0.693 by K. K they are asking 0.693 by 60 per minute. Check bhai, how many direct half-life questions are in NCERT? Bhaiya, back to back. And this is the graph I was talking about. ln K is ln A minus EA by RT. Y equal to mx plus C. So what's the slope of the graph? So minus EA by R. That is the slope. So this graph they can also ask you. They can say slope is 100, find EA. So EA by R is 100, so EA will be 100 R. Getting? These kind of questions are common in the NEET exam. I think 2024 only, 23 only it came. Now this paragraph is very important. Information. Effect of catalyst. This can be a theory question, I feel here. It's my gut feeling, some questions are there. When I saw NCERT, it feels like this should come this year. Like effect of catalyst. So delta G, delta H, delta S, any thermodynamic function, equilibrium constant will not be affected by the catalyst. Done, bhaiya. Check. A catalyst does not alter Gibbs energy. It catalyzes the spontaneous reaction but does not catalyze the non-spontaneous reaction. This will work on the spontaneous reaction, but it cannot work if reaction is not happening. Catalyst increase the speed of a reaction, but for that the reaction should work, na? We are the catalyst. If you are non-spontaneous, you are not ready to study, what speed we are going to increase, bhai? So catalysts have no role for non-spontaneous reaction. It is found that catalyst does not change the equilibrium constant of a reaction. Rather, it helps attaining the equilibrium faster. That is, it catalyzes the forward and backward reaction equally. So basically, that's the effect of catalyst. Effect, one thing. Catalyst will lower activation energy, that you have to remember. Catalyst will lower the activation energy. That effect he can bring. Done, bhai. Now this is redox. For redox, one very important question that comes is, who will not disproportionate? So anyone in the highest oxidation state, anyone in the lowest oxidation state, let's make the question who will disproportionate. Okay? Highest oxidation state, lowest oxidation state, fluorine, S block element, scandium and zinc. These people cannot disproportionate. Highest oxidation state, lowest oxidation state, fluorine, S block, scandium, zinc. These people cannot disproportionate, bhai. Disproportionation means same element undergoing oxidation and reduction both. Like in this question, ClO minus, ClO2 minus, ClO3 minus, ClO4 minus. Twarga, everyone, find the oxidation state of chlorine in ClO minus and find the oxidation state of chlorine in ClO4 minus. Twarga, everyone. Last 5 minutes. ClO minus, find the oxidation state of chlorine, and ClO4 minus, find the oxidation state of chlorine. Here I am telling you how to find. X plus oxygen, whatever is there, take it -2. And total, you can see, total is -1. So X equal to +1. Similarly here, X plus 4 oxygen with -2 and total is -1. So -8 will go there, +8, so X will be +7. So one by one, when you find all oxidation state, it will come +1, +3, +5, +7. This you have to practice how to find the oxidation state by. And once you found it, after that, for 17th group, the maximum oxidation state is +7. 13 group +3, 14 group +4, 15 group +5, 16 group +6, 17 group +7 and 18 group +8 is the highest oxidation state in the P block. Chlorine halogen is 17th group, highest is +7, and person in the highest oxidation state cannot undergo disproportionation. Is this question clear? Quickly give a yes if this question clear, this model is clear to you. Sir, but Cl +1 lowest, +1 Cl not lowest. Lowest of Cl is Cl minus. Lowest for Cl is Cl minus. Cl minus will also not disproportionate. Who said it will disproportionate? Then by, but anyone in the middle, anyone between -1 to +7, in between them, these people can be disproportionated. Clear, bhaiya? Very good. 7.29 question by. Last question. 7.29. E0 values are given to you. They are asking increasing order of reducing power. Reducing power, increasing order, bhai. Simple funda. Whenever they give you standard electrode potential or SRP, if the SRP is more, oxidizing agent nature more, reducing agent nature less. Let's see. K plus K -2.93 plus 0.8, 0.79 and -2.37 -0.74. Let's arrange in the increasing order, and for simplicity, what I'm doing, I'm taking it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, right? So I want increasing order of which power? Reducing power. That means reducing agent. Reducing agent more, SRP less. So if I want, firstly I will arrange in the SRP order. Okay, right? SRP order, which has maximum SRP. So Ag plus Ag is having maximum SRP. After that, Hg2 plus Hg almost nearby, very close to each other. Next, 0.74 with a minus sign, Cr3 plus Cr. Next, in minus, this is less minus, Mg2 plus /Mg. And finally, K plus /K -2.93. I think this order is clear. It's just like a number line. More positive, more negative, less. Now this is the SRP order. SRP more, reducing agent less. Reducing agent less. The order of reducing agent will be just opposite. Done by. So here Ag, then Hg, then Cr, then Mg, then K. This is the order of reducing agent. Check by everyone. SRP more, reducing agent less. Based upon this, one more question I want to give you. Let's see if you are able to get it. E0 MnO4 minus /Mn2 plus is 1.51 volt. And E0 Cr2O7 2 minus /Cr3 plus is 1.3 volt. Can you tell me who is the better oxidizing agent? Options are KMnO4 or K2Cr2O7. Oxidizing agent. Now, oxidizing agent better means who is having more SRP? Because there are some details also where we have to go. Like this data, they have given SRP or SOP. But when we are in the final few days, some risk as a teacher also I will have to take, assuming that SOP question might not come. Clear, bhai? So it's not like it's a foolproof preparation, but it is the best you can do in the last few days. That's our objective. Clear, bhai? By the end of these 3 hours, which is in the next 30 seconds, you'll be prepared for getting at least 10 to 11 questions of physical, Same for 10, 11 inorganic, 10 questions roughly of organic, then 30 questions around that will be prepared. So fast. What's the answer? Sir, SRP more, oxidizing agent better. And this is the end of 3 hours. Clear, right? Not 3 hours, 1 minute left. Clear, by 2 hours 59 minutes 7 seconds 8 seconds by this time. Say bhai twarga any problem, any samasya, any pida up to here? So these 55 slides is what we have done today. Now, because we have last 1 minute left and I don't want to waste that time, let's quickly see, let's quickly concise what we have done. In the stoichiometry, we have done formula for moles, given mass by molar mass, number by Avogadro number, volume of a gas at STP by 22.4 liter. Done by. Then we did the formula of molarity, moles of solid by volume of solution in liter. Molality, moles of solid by weight of solvent in kg. Mole fraction is moles of a substance by total moles. And percentage weight by weight, we have seen weight of a solute by total into 100. Then in the structure of atom, we saw E equal to NHC by lambda, that is NH nu. We saw Bohr model minus 13.6 Z square by N square electron volt per atom. We saw radius as 0.529 N square by Z angstrom, that is 52.9 N square by Z picometer. Velocity 2.18 10 to the power 6 Z by N meter per second. Then we saw de Broglie lambda is equals to H by mv, and according to NCERT, one more example is there, root 2 mk. K is the kinetic energy. Other formulas I'm neglecting for the time being. Delta P into delta X is approximately H by 4 pi, we saw. And number of orbitals in a shell, we saw N square. S, P, D, F, G, H, we saw 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we saw the energy of 2S. Hydrogen more than lithium, more than sodium, more than potassium. Z effective more, energy of the same orbital will be more. Sorry, less. This we saw in the structure of atom. Then we saw delta U is equals to Q plus W. W we saw minus P external delta V1 formula, minus 2.303 nRT log V2 by V11 formula, equal to 0 for free expansion, and isochoric we saw delta U equal to 0 for isothermal ideal gas. We saw Q equal to 0 for adiabatic. We saw that entropy proportional to temperature, entropy proportional to moles, entropy proportional to volume, and entropy of solid is much less than liquid, is much less than gas. Then we saw formula delta G naught is minus 2.303 RT log K. Then we saw two definitions of enthalpy of solution is lattice enthalpy plus hydration, which has huge chance of coming this year from thermo. And we saw the definition of enthalpy of formation, 1 mole product, elemental reactant, standard state. In the equilibrium, we saw Kp equal to Kc RT power delta Ng. Extra important thing, 0.0821 you will use here, and 8.314 you will use in this formula. Then we saw Q more than K, reaction go in the backward direction. On this also one question we have done on this. Lee Chatelier, I asked you to revise once. Then I told you the pH questions. pH question 10 power minus 2 molar SCl, the pH will be 2. But when pH of 10 power minus 8 molar SCl will come, I will not just say pH equal to 8. It will be wrong. HCl is acid. 8 pH is basic. Not possible. So I will write 6.98. 3 datas we have remembered for it. Then we saw a weak base plus its salt, or a weak acid plus its salt. If they come together, they are Mahaduffer. We call them buffer. So pH equal to pKa plus log of conjugate base by conjugate acid. And POH is pKb plus log of conjugate acid by conjugate base we saw. Then in the ionic equilibrium, we also saw the solubility formula of AXBY. For example, I have Al2SO4 whole thrice. So the KSP will be 2 power 2, 3 power 3, S power 5. And one tough question we have seen of common ion effect, which if you understood, great. If not, we can ignore that. In thermodynamics, one delta U of bomb calorimeter also we saw minus CT delta T by moles of reactant. This was also the tough question here. Then in the solution chapter, we saw partial pressure of the gas is KH into mole fraction of gas in liquid, which was Henry law. We saw total pressure is PA naught XA plus PB naught XB for Raoult's law. We also saw that this is Raoult's law, liquid in liquid. We also saw in colligative property, when the solute is a solid, 4 formulas were there. P naught minus PS by P naught is approximately NB upon NA. On this one numerical we saw. Delta TB, delta TF, KB into M multiply with I, KF into M multiply with I. These are elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point. And then we saw osmotic pressure IMRT, ICRT, but molarity is there, so I'm writing M here. Then we saw electrochemistry, delta G naught is minus NF E naught cell. We saw E equal to E naught minus 0.059 by N log product by reactant power stoichiometry, or you can write E naught plus 0.059 by N log reactant by product stoichiometry. On this, the most important question which I feel is E of hydrogen electrode is minus 0.059 into pH. pH 10 question we have done on this. Then we saw Faraday's first law, mass is molar mass by valency factor IT upon 96500. That is the weight of copper sulfate deposited, molar mass 63 gram, copper 2 plus 2, current 1.5 ampere, time was 10 minutes into 60 seconds, 96500 in the denominator, weight deposited will come. Then we saw lambda MC is kappa into 1000 by M. In case they ask me alpha, it will be lambda MC. That means this much upon lambda M naught, which will come from Kohlraasch law. Kohlraasch law is simple adjustment from the given data. We have to find our desired result. This we learnt in electrochemistry. Then we learnt in kinetics R equal to delta C by delta T, half-life for 0 order, half-life for first order, C naught by 2K, and this will be 0.693 upon K. Here I learned C naught minus CT equal to KT. Here I learned K equal to 2.303 by T log C naught by CT. In this one question is there in solved example, time taken for 99.9, not 99.99, not 99, 99.9% is 10 times the half-life. We came to know that the full life of first order reaction is infinite. First order reaction will never ever completely get over. Then we saw Arrhenius equation, K is equals to A e power minus EA by RT. The graph will come natural log K versus 1 by T down like this. And this slope will be equal to minus EA by R if it is natural log K. This was about the kinetics part we learned. And then in redox we learned about where the disproportionation will happen and where it will not happen. And also, I'm assuming that if you have learned that redox also will be able to understand which is a redox reaction, oxidation, reduction, both will happen. That is a redox reaction. We also learned how to find the oxidation state. This is all that we have done today. This is the revision of the revision. This was wildfire of the fire of the fire of the fire. Chaliye then, read well, study well. Now what your job is, make sure that you revise all these formulas again and again and again, just like what I've done just now. I was saying that it will take 5 minutes only to revise all the formulas. I was showing that only, you can see. Give 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes more. Half an hour, 1 hour you will give. All these formulas you will remember. Then the second layer is applying these formulas. And the more you apply, the more you will remember automatically here. Clear, bhai? Last thing. We want your selection this year only, bhai. So don't think about taking a long term or dropping the year. Still 10-11 days are there. And if you are working on this day as well, that means we know it is possible for many of you. You have the brain, you have the caliber, you just got distracted. Come back to the track. Don't think about the result. Keep on working. Put your head grounded. Don't raise your head till the time NEET examination has come. Keep on reading. Automatically the marks are going to come by. So don't worry about anything else. Worry only about the process. How you have to remember each and every formula. Formula, information, repeated example, second lecture over. Bye bye.